Hello, 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 everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Robin, number one. Hey, PG in chat. Hey, 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 girl. How are you doing? Here is Only Eyes for You. How you doing, girl? Number two. Hello. Bless all these children who need to be found. Oh, that is beautiful. I appreciate that. Only Eyes for You. That is sweet. Absolutely. God bless them. And number three, Spread the Love, 5157. Hello, PG. I'm happy to join you in Summer's Army tonight. Hey, girl, we are so happy you're here. We're happy you're here. God bless. Much love. And Lisa, number four. Hey, PG and chat. Much love. Hey, hey, hey to you, girl. Hey, hey, hey to you. God bless. Hey, brown girl, how you doing tonight? Georgia, how you doing, sweetie? Linda, I see you. Sue, how you doing? And Carrie, how you doing? Froggy, how you doing, sweetie? Good to see you. SL, Beth Ann, Virginia, no, Virgo Angel. Virgo Angel, how you doing, sweetie? All right, I'm at the bottom. Oh, retired lady, good to see you in here, hon. Hi, PG and chat. Hello, hello, hello to you. Whole lot going on. You guys. I know PG ain't been in here a whole lot lately. I got a lot going on. I got a lot going on too. So you guys gotta bear with PG. A lot going on in my background. So, and it's keeping me from being able to be in here as much as I would love to be in here. Oh wow. Hello Zelda, how you doing, sweetie? Member for 9 months. Woohoo! Amen. Absolutely. God bless. I so appreciate that. Appreciate the support for Summer's channel. God bless. Sunflower May, good to see you. Hello everyone. Hello, hello, hello to you. Good to see you in here. Beautiful sunflower. She just had a new grandbaby, little girl, beautiful, absolutely adorable, right? Absolutely adorable. So congratulations to the new grandma, right? New grandma. That's amazing. I would just want to say congratulations to her. And she said everything went so well, and she appreciated everyone's prayers. There was many people praying. So, but let's keep her in our prayers. Let's keep beautiful sunflower in our prayers, and that all things go well. For her now and in the future. Amen. And also, I want to pray for Sweet Norway. I haven't seen her. Been missing her, right? Been missing her. I really wish she would pop back in to let us know she's doing good, right? To let us know she's doing okay. Because we do miss her. We miss her when she's not here. We miss everybody when they're not here, right? So let us send prayers up for her that, God will give her the strength and everything to come back in here and let us know that she's doing well. And I think it's UFC Frog. Let us send some prayers up for him. I ain't seen him in a while also. And and There's so many, you guys. Spicy watermelon. She needs to check in with us, right? She needs to check in with us too. Mama PG be worrying about that one, right? Mama PG be worrying about that one. So hope she pops in just to let us know she's doing good as well. Hey, it is what it is. Much love to you. Much love to you. God bless. God bless. Yeah, so let's put those prayers in the air for all of these people that we're missing and haven't seen lately, and hope that everything's going good with them, right? Hope that everything is going good with them. Also, there's news on the street. I guess white boy was wanting Dom. I guess Dom Wells wants to talk with Ogre. Now, Ogre's the guy that knew Dom Wells from Arkansas. He's the one that came out and told about Donald, trying to recruit him into some really dark, stuff that most people don't want to get involved in. But it seems like Donald was wanting to recruit Ogre into that, and he was like, no, I don't mess with that kind of stuff or get involved with that. But and Donald, I guess, gave him some insight, right? Some insight on how that kind of stuff works and what they do. And that was kind of weird and freaky too, right? But I guess Donald, wanting Ogre to come out or something, and no, Ogre's not going to be doing that on White Boy's channel. Absolutely not. Donald wants to talk to Ogre. He'll have to do it here. He'll have to do it over here, right? If he wants to, he could have. I mean, Ogre was up here, right? If Don would have opened the camera that night, and he could have came up and had to say right then and there. Why sit around and twiddle your thumbs on it, right? Why sit around, twiddle your thumbs on it? Yeah. So no, that's not going to happen. If they want to, if Donald wants to talk with Ogre, he'll have to come here to get that done. I spoke with Lisa today, and no, nobody's going, in White Boy's direction. Absolutely not. So sorry, White Boy. You have to come to our dance floor, because we ain't coming onto your playground. Okay? Ain't happening. So that's just the way it is. That's the way it is. Want to straighten that out while I'm in here tonight. And also, I hear that, there's word in the grapevine, right? Word in the grapevine. Somebody wants to have church, or threatening to have church, or I don't know, something. Anyway, it's got something to do with some church, which I guess, that's kind of like they're going to have church, PG, talk about PG, say something about PG. I don't know. Anyway, I took it as a compliment, considering who it came from, right? Considering who it came from. The good old cousin of Tinkerbell. Who could that be? Tinkerbell and her cousin. Oh, Jinksterbell. Oh, Jinksterbell. Right. Oh, Jinksterbell was going to have church. Well, you can have some church, you know. Call me up. Call me up when you have church. I'll be there. I'll be there. I always like to go to church, right? Always like to go to church. So Jinksterbell can call me up, invite me to church, right? Invite me to church. Go ahead. I'll love that. Absolutely. But it is what it is, right? I don't play out here. I don't play out here. You know, don't threaten to have church and not invite me. Right? Don't threaten to have no church and don't invite me. That'd be kind of wrong, right? Especially when you plan on having it in my church. I mean, that ain't gonna work. I have to lock the doors. I have to lock the doors, y'all, so they can't get in. But yeah, that's what I heard. Oh, I appreciate that. I appreciate it. Kiss my southern. Yeah. All right. PG, congratulations on so close to 10,000 subs. Oh, wow. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. I am glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. Absolutely. I don't keep up with the subs and things like that. Summer's channel, Summer's channel. And we don't do it. We don't do what we do here for click, likes, and views or subs or anything else. We do what we do for these missing kids, and so I don't keep up. I don't keep up with that stuff. But hey, I appreciate you taking note, letting me know. That's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And to say the least, right? That's beautiful. God bless. Molly, how you doing, Molly? There's Molly. Molly's in the house. Molly's in the house. Right? All right. Good to see you, girl. Good to see you. Now we know it's definitely going to be a comedy show tonight, right? Molly's almost as funny as PG. Maybe more. I don't know. Maybe more. I love Molly. Anyway, yeah, so that's the do tell, right? Do tell out here on the street. And before I start with, Tim Mullins, they found last night, a young lady, she has a channel. My mods might know who this particular YouTube person is. I don't. But anyway, she's amazing. She stayed out there till after dark, till law enforcement came, and she led them to these pants that supposedly, like the one Sebastian is supposedly went missing, right? The kind that like Sebastian, supposedly went missing. Candy Cane. What's the matter with you, Candy Cane? Won't you show your face? You want to come up, Donald? Show your face. We'll bring you on panel. Show your face. Be glad to bring you up on panel. Oh, you want to disappear now? In the back chat. Shut the. Oh, Donald, I know that's you. Because that's the word you always use, right? Shut the up, see. Shut the up, see. Yeah. No, sorry. Ain't gonna be shutting up tonight. you probably got all happy thinking that everybody's moved to Sebastian's case, and you and your old lady and old granny panties, we're going to get away with, waltzing off into the moonlight. Nope. Sorry. Nope, nope, nope. We're going to keep summer out here and you howling at the moon, baby. That's what we're going to do. We're going to keep y'all howling at the moon. Here you go. These are supposed to be the pants that look, they got a white stripe, you guys, going down the leg of them. They look like they've been there for a while. I mean, I tried to blow it up as, close as I could get it so you guys could see. There it is. I don't know. They look like they've been there for a while. Whoever these pants belong to, these breeches, they look like they've been there for a while, if you ask me. I don't know. But then again, Sebastian has been gone almost 3 months, right? He's been gone over 2 months now. So I don't know. There you go. There's the pants. You can see the white stripe. See it? There is a white stripe going down them. And this is what Chris and Katie tried to explain. That's about, kind of like what Sebastian was wearing, right? Hello, PG. Hey, Chris. How you doing, sweetie? Good to see you. Crystal, I see you, girl. Justice for Summer Wells. Missing children. Amen. But yeah, this is kind of what they described he was wearing, and I hate to say it, but those pants right there kind of look like it too. They'll have to check the size and also try to get with Katie and see if this was more. Now there is some that's got white stripes. The ones in the picture here, it could be because they're in the mud and they're dirty and everything like that. But they look like they got more of a gray stripe, right? They look like they got more of a gray stripe going down them than a white stripe. So I don't know because I've seen pants like this, and some of them do have the white stripe, but some of them have the real dark gray stripes going down them too. And Katie didn't say gray stripes; she said white stripes. So I don't know. We'll see. But also, I heard the stuff is over in North Carolina. So there must be something to the picture, y'all. There must be something to that picture of Sebastian, right? It must be something to the picture. Now, I went over that picture and it looks authentic to me. I'm pretty good. At, because I make a lot of memes and work with a lot of that stuff. So I'm pretty good about telling if it's, been cropped or not. And it doesn't look like it was. And it must have been pretty authentic, because I'll tell you why. Not Chris, but Seth is over in North Carolina. Yes, he was over there. And law enforcement must be a, okay, Ali put out a statement that it is not Sebastian Rogers' pants. I didn't think so. I didn't think them pants were, because it looked like a gray stripe on them instead of a white stripes. So that kind of made me think, they're not his pants. And also, the lady said something to the officer. The officer said something. And then the lady was like, swimming trunks? It could be swimming trunks. I don't know. That's what I heard. So I don't know, but I didn't think they could be his anyway, because like I said, they look like they've been there for a long time. But then again, you don't know, right? You don't know until they're they're basically analyzed and either ruled in or ruled out, pretty much, right? They got to rule it in or rule it out, and in this case they ruled it out. Okay, that's beautiful. North Carolina, though, I think that the picture's authentic. I think that they're taking it serious, and I think the feds are probably trying to find these people, who has that child that either is Sebastian or looks like his twin brother. So, we'll have to wait on that. We'll have to wait on the update for that one, because it's probably going to be, you know, if they're even able to get it done. If they're even able to get it done. I wish whoever would have took that picture would have, followed them and immediately called law enforcement, maybe gave license number, would have been a little more diligent in, in getting information that, could lead to these people. Um, I know I would have. I mean, if I would see a kid that looks like him, I would definitely um, take the picture, yes. But I would also, I also would keep an eye on these people and try to figure out, what they're driving, and at least get the plate numbers, so that. And I would have called 911 immediately, right? I'd have called 911 immediately and told them that someone needs to get there to see if this is the child or is not the child. Um, that would have been the smartest thing to do. Seeing the child is missing and people need to find it. Summer's Army became a YouTube member. Yes, God bless. God bless. I appreciate that, girl. I appreciate that. God bless. Amen. I appreciate it. Um, absolutely. Absolutely. I so appreciate that. Summer's Army, thank you for becoming a member. Amen. Amen. And she said, thank you, ladies. Thank you, ladies, for thanking her. God bless. Yeah, Sebastian is still missing. He absolutely is still missing. And Beautiful Sunflower has it here. Absolutely, he's still missing. Amber Alert and everything. So, yes, he is still missing. And when we got a missing child, and you see a missing child, you really need to diligently, first and above all, take the picture. Second, call law enforcement, right? Second, call law enforcement, tell them you need them to come look at this immediately to rule it out, because you think this is the child for sure. And then, don't lose sight. Don't lose sight. If you can, don't lose sight of the child and whoever they're with. And, and try your best to get, a license number or something that can identify the people, right? Um, so law enforcement, will know where to go and question, right? Where he'll know where to go and question and want to, because you take a picture like that, if you was to get a license number or a room number they're staying at, or something, law enforcement will go to where they're at, or the feds will go knock at the door, and they will have to produce the child in the picture. These people will have to produce this child. If they can't, they're probably going to be arrested. I mean, if it's a kid that looks like Sebastian, we need to see it. We need to see this child. We need to know who this child is, right? We need to know who the child is. And you need to produce the child. If you can't, um, we're probably going to arrest you. We're probably going to have you taking lie detectors test, We're probably going to get you on some kidnapping charges or something. Um, you better be able, you better be able to show them the child that's in that photograph. Absolutely. No doubt in my mind. Um, or you're going to be in a lot of trouble, right? You're going to be in a lot of trouble. You know something? I thought it was weird that Tim has been somewhat distancing himself from the Wells. I wonder if he's starting to think they're guilty himself and don't want to associate. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Possibility, Molly. Absolutely a possibility, girlfriend. That's yeah, yeah. Or or you know, or he feels less stress that Don and Candace ain't. He might have got what he wanted, right? He might have got what he wanted. Don and Candace staying off the YouTube street. Don and Candace, he might feel that he's got them in a bag. He's got them in a bag. He's got them where he wants them, and he ain't gonna have to, be so diligent and keep an eye on them anymore. Um, you know, and if that's how he feels, then what dog did he have in the race? If that's how he feels, what dog did he have in the race? I don't know. I don't know. But it sounds like Donald's wanting to come back out to YouTube because, he's talking about wanting to talk to Ogre. So, it sounds to me like Donald's trying to get back out here where Chris don't want him, right? Back out here where, or Tim Mullins don't want him. Absolutely. How is Chris so sure that photo ain't Sebastian? And so sure that the lady didn't see him in Georgia. Like he states, I'm gonna put it down here. Like he has to know where Sebastian is, in my opinion. Otherwise, he wants it to be Sebastian. Um, yeah, Chris supposedly came out hollering that this not Sebastian, that's not Sebastian, right? And to be honest with you, if he doesn't, what I'm saying is he says it's not. It definitely is not Sebastian. Well, if you could say that definitely, because I can't say that definitely isn't Sebastian. That pretty much looked like Sebastian to me, right? I mean, I was pretty sure that, that could very well be Sebastian. Looked just like the boy. So, what I'm saying is, oh, and I found some other similarities between Sebastian's case and Summers, which is really airy. It's really airy. I mean, it's kind of scary if you ask me. I'm going to bring that out. Saturday. I won't be in here tomorrow night. I don't come in on Friday because Friday evening till Saturday evening is the 7th. And I observe the 7th. So, the Bible says to keep it holy, right? Keep the Sabbath holy. And that's the day of rest. And we're supposed to be resting. So I don't come in. I don't come in from Friday evening to Saturday evening. And I won't. Because I love my God, and I like to keep the 10 Commandments, right? I'd like to keep those 10 Commandments, so I'm not coming in on no Friday to Saturday. I will be in Saturday night. The Sabbath ends is from Friday evening to Saturday evening, from evening to evening, and so I'll be in Saturday night, and I'll be in to show you the similarities that I'm talking about, and it is creepy. It is kind of creepy. So anyhow, I will cover that then. And but if Chris can sit there and say, positively, this ain't Sebastian, like the Wells, the Wells kept saying, oh, I could have told him she wasn't out there. I could have saved them from going out there. They's coming out of them woods all tired and worn out and bit up by the mosquitoes and the different bugs and they were tired and thirsty. It was so so terrible seeing them go in those woods and come back out. I could have told them Summer wasn't out there, but they have to do what they gotta do. Well, Donald, Candace, Grandis, if you could tell them where Summer ain't, then you must know where she is, right? Because I couldn't have told them she wasn't out there. If I had no idea, if I'd have been there that day and a child would have disappeared and I had no idea how it disappeared, I didn't see anything, but I know the child's gone, I couldn't say it wasn't out there. There's no way in hell I could say it wasn't out there because I don't know. I don't know. So when you could tell someone where a child isn't, you must know where that child is, right? And Chris, if you know so much where Sebastian ain't, then you probably know where he is, right? You probably know where he is. That's what you're telling us when you say, that isn't him. Well, how do you know? How do you know? Because nobody else knows. Nobody, even Katie, his own mother, said they're looking into it. Even Katie didn't know if that's her son or not. Seth is out in North Carolina. Even he doesn't know if that's his son or not. And I think if the two parents don't know, how the hell would you? These are I think the biological parents will know their child. And you're sitting there saying, that's not him, that's not him. Well, if you know it's not him, then you must know where he's at. Because even his biological parents don't seem to be able to say it's not him, right? They're out there, they're getting law enforcement to check this all out. So, that's a big red flag. That's a big red flag, right? When it comes to Chris, that's a big red flag. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I mean, did Chris want Sebastian to disappear? Probably. I heard he didn't want him there around his daughter, right? He didn't want him there around his daughter. At Christmas time when he had his daughter, he made sure Sebastian was with his dad, right? He made sure Sebastian wasn't there at Christmas when he had his daughter. And I heard him and Katie, were supposedly getting a divorce, right? They were getting a divorce because Chris wanted to get his daughter, but he didn't want his daughter to be around Sebastian. And he was, and it's like, well, me and you's going to have to, we're going to have to separate and get a divorce because I just don't want this kid around my child, but I want to get custody of my child, right? I want to get my kid, but I don't want it around your kid. So we're probably going to have to split up. And then Sebastian comes up disappeared. That seems kind of weird, right? That seems kind of weird. And Seth's the one that said, Seth is the one that said they was about to get a divorce, right? That marriage was about over. And due to the fact of Chris wanting, custody of his daughter, right? But not wanting it around Sebastian. So, I don't know. Sebastian's disappearance has every single thing to do with his child's custody case. I don't care what Daffy Duck says. Yeah, it's possible. It's very possible, that's what it sounds like to me. I don't know. They say they're not sure, so Seth can get more cash, PayPal, etc. Gristle, that's true. I don't know. Could be. I'm not saying it ain't. I'm not saying it ain't. Um, some folks are shisty, right? Some folks are shisty. Absolutely. That's true. That's true. I don't know. Yes, I would say Chris is the problem. Yes, I would, Starbuck. Absolutely. I say Chris is he's the adult in all of this, right? Him and Katie were the two that brought the 5 year difference between two boys in the house, right? They're the ones that let someone in the home 5 years older than their son to do what the boy did, right? To do what the boy did. And then instead of having compassion, right? Instead of having compassion to this child, and these two did not blame themselves. They did not blame themselves for putting Sebastian in that situation, right? They had no remorse for what they had done. They did not feel no guilt, no remorse for what they allowed to go down and to happen to this child. And then they want to blame him, right? They want to blame him. Um, I got a lot of people, I got a lot of feedback, right? I got a lot of feedback, negative feedback when Katie had made that remark about you don't knock on a teenage boy's door, right? Or walk in a teenage boy's room. Um, you don't just walk in. That's what she said. She said you just don't walk in a teenage boy's room. And I got a lot of negative feedback when I said, "What? What the hell is she talking about?" Right? What the hell is she talking about? I've got teenagers. I've got teenagers. Two of them happen to be boys, right? Two of them are boys. And I tell you what, I'll walk in their room. I'll walk in their room any time of day or night. I will walk in that room, right? Because I don't expect my kids to be doing anything ungodly or they're not supposed to be doing, right? I don't expect that, and I best not be catching it, right? I best not be catching it. That's for damn sure. Um, but I thought it was weird. I thought it was. I'm like, what the hell's this lady talking about, right? What the hell is she talking about? That's kind of weird. I mean, a 15-year-old should be a kid, right? This should be a kid playing basketball, football, into sports, right? I know that at 15 years old, they do to start taking note to girls, right? Absolutely, and girls start taking note to the boys. I'm not that far behind, right? I'm not that far behind. I was a teenager, absolutely, but you know, uh, nobody was thinking about that kind of stuff, right? Nobody was thinking about that kind of stuff. I mean, when you first start getting interested in, when you first start getting interested in boys, or for a girl, you get interested in boys, or boys start getting interested in girls, it's they're kind of backwards, right? You just kind of hold hands, you talk. I mean, 15 is kind of that awkward, weird. What can I say? Kind of a friendship type thing, right? Kind of the friendship type thing. Um, you know, you're not into doing what this lady was insinuating. I'm like, hell no. What is she talking about? I don't understand this. Maybe 17, 18, 19. I don't know. I wouldn't expect that then. But, I don't know. You know, that kind of stuff. To be honest with you, that kind of stuff I wouldn't ever expect. I wouldn't ever expect that shit. But, you know, The point being is she did with a 15-year-old child, right? With a 15-year-old child. I'm like, what the hell is she talking about? And, I got a bunch of negative feedback. Well, that's natural stuff, PG. No, it ain't. No, it isn't. They ain't nothing natural about that shit at all. And I kind of felt something wasn't right there, right? I felt something wasn't right there because kids should be kids. Children should be children. Um, don't be putting adulthood off on your kids too soon. That's crazy, right? They got plenty of time to be an adult. Matter of fact, the rest of their life after they turn 18. After they turn 18, they got the rest of their life to be an adult. Let's not push them to it. But, I got some negative feedback. And then we find out that this person 5 years older than her son had done some, horrible things, right? Some horrible things to this child. But instead of this child getting compassion and kindness and caring and love from the parents, and a sorry that someone would do something like this so heinous, they kind of blamed him, and then don't want to trust him, right? They don't. Why the hell would you trust some kid 5 years older? Why would you bring some kid in your home and trust it to be around your son, who actually did that to your son, who actually did this to your son? Where was your freaking non-trust then? Where was your non-trust then when this was happening to your child? Because if you would have had no trust in the child that did it, it wouldn't have been in there to do it, and your child wouldn't have been done like that. But no, you didn't. You all trusted that kid 5 years older, right? And then the non-trust came with your child. With your child. When your child needed you most. You make the child feel like it can't be trusted after something so horrible happened to it. How the hell does that work? Make that make sense to me. Make that make sense to me, you guys, because it don't make no sense to me. I'm going to tell you something. Katie and Chris do not think right. They do not. They are not on no high intelligent levels for damn sure, right? These people don't think right. There's something ain't, the light's on, but nobody's home, right? Nobody's home. You trust some kid 5 years older than your son, but after that kid you should not have trust did what it did, oh, you don't trust your son. Oh, I don't want him around any other kids now because this has been done to him. Wow. That's like, punishment on top of punishment, right? That's like punishment on top of punishment, right? That's what it is. That's what it is. No, it's not that, Sebastian. That it is that to you in the back chat or the backstage. That is to you, not to Sebastian. You are just disgusting. You're freaking disgusting. You just got a steel-toe boot. You got a steel-toe boot. Unbelievable. I'm going to tell you, there's some wicked people in this world. Some really wicked people. If I was these people, I'd be worrying about my soul. I'd be worrying about my soul. I'd be worrying about where my soul is going to end up, right? At the end of all of this life ain't about anything other than proving to God Almighty that you're good enough to be with Him forever. That's what it's about. I mean, it ain't about what you have. It ain't about who you have other than God. You better have Him. Because at the end of the day, your choices, every choice you made today, at the end of this day, is going to determine whether you are good enough to live forever with God and Jesus Christ, or you ain't good enough, right? And that's what this life is about. And this life is too short to be not doing what's righteous in the sight of God, right? It's too short, people. I mean, you got five puffs of smoke. You got childhood, you got teenhood, you got young adulthood, you got middle age, and then you pretty much going out, right? You're pretty much on your way to your maker. That's just the way it is. That's the way it is. 5 puffs of smoke and none of them last that long. For everyone here tonight, and for Katie and Chris, right? And for even Seth. I mean, they done seen the childhood puff, it's gone. Teenhood puff, it's gone. Young adulthood puff, it's gone, right? Middle aged. They're heading in to where, you pretty much can. You better be ready. You better be ready at that point, right? You better be ready. But they done used up 4 puffs, right? They've done used up 4 puffs. They're going on number 5. And number 5's no picnic. Number 5's no picnic. If you ain't walking the right path every day and doing God's will instead of your own, it's going to be no picnic. I mean, nobody. Look at. Come on, you guys. Look at Quentin. He's gone, right? And Sebastian, right now, missing. Summer Moon, Utah Wells, missing. I mean, most of the time when people are missing, well, they, in my opinion, do I believe that Sebastian's still with us? No. Do I believe Summer's still with us? No. Do I believe that, Eli Vu is still with? No. No, absolutely not. When people disappear, it's because, either accident cover up, some kids, I truly think that Michael Vaughn was abducted. I truly believe he was abducted. I truly, but most of the time, these children ain't, right? They ain't. They're not abducted. Most of the time, the caretakers are the ones that destroy these children, right? 99.9% of the time, caretakers are the ones that destroy these children. So, no one, you don't know when your number is going to get called, right? You don't know when your number is going to get called. Summer thought she was with safe people, right? I mean, she was going through hell and a lot of abuse and everything, but she never would have thought, wouldn't have ever thought that, she would be completely gone, right? Summer didn't ever think that. She thought that these people loved her and they would protect her, right? She had no idea how evil. She did not have no idea the extent of evilness she was in and surrounded by, right? This little girl had no idea. None whatsoever. And we don't have no idea either. None of us have any idea what surrounds us, right? We don't have no idea what surrounds us. Absolutely not. Like, these children trusted these caretakers. Sebastian trusted his mother, to protect. He trusted her. and he's gone, right? He's totally disappeared. So I'm just saying, nobody knows the time or the day. Nobody but God. We don't know what hour we ain't going to be here or what second. So we really need to do what's righteous, right? We need to do what's righteous in the sight of God. Thank you for having a voice for the voiceless. Oh, I appreciate that, Ren. Absolutely. God bless. God bless. Much love. I so appreciate you supporting the channel. Absolutely. God bless. But yeah, you don't know. You don't know, right? We don't know. And I just think these people like Chris and Katie and the Wells, I think these people really need to get some God into their life, right? They really need to get some God in their life. They really need to get a conscience. They need to grow a conscience. How in the hell does anyone abuse and hurt a child? Totally destroy children. How do they do that? What kind of evil sets? What kind of freaking demon sets behind their eyes? Right? What kind of demon sits behind their eyes? What the hell possesses them to do such horrible, evil things? I don't know. But I know where that type of demon belongs, right? And it's not in heaven. I don't think it's going to get into heaven, right? Pretty sure it's not. Hell no. No. You know what's going to be in heaven is kind, loving, caring human beings that know how to love one another the way Jesus told them to. That knows how to treat other human beings. That knows how to be kind, knows how to, give people a hand up. Knows how to build them up. Not destroy them, right? Not destroy them. Why people have to say horrible things, why Chris had to constantly be beating Sebastian down, I don't know. Did it make Chris feel better? Did it make him feel better to make fun of Katie's son all the time? Did it make him feel better? And what kind of person is Katie to sit around and, and go along with that? Who is she to sit around and go along with this man sniggering, laughing, and constantly beating her son down, right? Because that's what he did. That's what he did. He mentally abused this boy. He physically abused this boy. And she mentally abused this boy too, because we seen the way she sat and laughed with him, right? About the way Sebastian danced, the way he sung, right? The way he said certain things. They thought that was funny. If you ask me, that was cruel. That was absolutely cruel. And, if they can come out here in public, and make a spectacle out of themselves the way they did, showing all of us how evil they truly were, right? Because that's what they showed us. They showed us a little taste of what this boy was going through in the background of everything before he came up missing. So we got to really understand what this child was enduring from these two people. and then he completely comes up missing. And Chris just knows that that's not him in the picture. Well, Chris, then you must know where he's at. You must know more than you're saying if you know that isn't him, right? And I think Katie's saying, oh, it could be, go look. Because Chris, if you know it's not Sebastian, then Katie sure the hell knows it's not Sebastian. So what is Katie doing? Katie's having law enforcement, chase a freaking road going nowhere. She's leading them down a dark alley. She's got them running down a dark alley in North Carolina. So they won't have eyes or suspicion on her. That could be. Absolutely. That could be. I mean, if this is an accident cover-up, of course, that's the smartest thing to do. That's the smartest thing to do is to, of course, play along like that could be your son, even if you know it's not. Play along with it so that, you feel that you're safer. You're safer doing that. Maybe get some attention off yourself by law enforcement by doing that. But law enforcement ain't that, they're not that uneducated. They're not that uneducated. Absolutely not. Law enforcement is highly intelligent, and they know that you're going to let them chase some false leads. Absolutely. And to try to protect yourself. Hell yeah. They know that for a fact. No doubt in my mind. They're going to, but they're keeping an eye on you. Katie, they're keeping an eye on you, girl. And you don't know it. You don't know it. And like the lady said, criminal case. Oh, I got to take that back. Let's take it back. Take it back. No, I made a mistake there. Made a big mistake. Let me recant that. No, you said that it was a criminal, case. You couldn't give out information because it's a criminal investigation. You can't take that back. Once you put it out, you can't take stuff like that back. Once this said is said, right? Once this said, it is said. You can't come out and take that back. Once you hand out the trick or treat candy, you can't run out there and try to retrieve it, right? You can't chase the kids down and try to take it back. Hey, that don't happen. That's not nice. That's not nice. You gave it freely. Don't try to be getting it back. You gave it out freely, and I think this is pretty much. I felt that this is a criminal case from the beginning. I felt Sebastian's case is a criminal case from the beginning, and as soon as I heard that they didn't, that law enforcement wasn't going into the house for, a lot of stuff because the house was too clean, right? The house had been swept clean. They knew it. Seth knew it because he was there. I'm going to tell you, I don't think Katie slept that night at all. I think Katie cleaned that house from corner to corner, to be honest with you. I think Katie went mayhem cleaning, right? I think she went mayhem cleaning that place up. And she missed a few things. She missed a few things like, he always puts on shoes, right? He ain't going to walk off without shoes. If she would have thought about he's not going to walk off without shoes, a pair of them shoes would be gone, in my opinion. In my opinion. If it's your opinion that she would have thought about, if she would have really thought about Sebastian not ever going out without shoes, and you feel a pair of them shoes would have been gone, had she thought about it, put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat. Because I think it would have. I think she would have been gone. If she would, I think what went down was a spare the moment thing. And I think she wasn't thinking. I think the woman was not thinking, right? I don't think she was thinking. That's the truth. I really do not believe that Katie Proudfoot was using her head. I think whatever happened was a oh my God, oh goodness, oh thing, right? Lordy, what do I do? What do I do? That's what I think, you know? Kind of like, um, have, have any of you guys ever dropped, have you guys ever dropped a can of pop or, maybe been carrying, something, and all of a sudden, it hits the ground and it starts spinning, you know what I'm saying? It's spinning, it's squirting everywhere. And you're kind of like, oh my gosh, and it's like just like, damn, either you did it in your house and now everything's all sticky, right? Everything's all sticky, or you know, um, if you're carrying, you're carrying a case of pop or something, and it just pops open and the whole parking lot. You just laid a parking lot full of cans, right? And half of them's busting open. It's like, oh my gosh, right? Like, what do I do? What I do? You got your cart, you got your purse, you got all of this going on now, and you're like, what I do? What I do? I think that's, you're a mess, right? You're a mess at that time. Absolutely, you're a freaking mess, and you're dealing with all kinds of emotions, right? Like you're pissed off. At first it's like, oh my God, right? I can't believe this is happening. You're in shock, and then it starts to turn to, what do I do type thing. Now it's time to spring into action, right? To do something. And then you're kind of, upset, right? Then it goes to you're kind of upset because now you either got no pops or anything, or you don't know exactly what to do with this mess, or or if you're in your home or whatever, it's like, oh my gosh, damn, I gotta clean all of this up now, right? This is going to take hours. So I think that's what Katie was dealing with. To be honest with you, I think that's what she was dealing with. And I don't think she had time, to think about getting shoes, or, what I'm saying is, when all of this stuff went down in your life, did you think about getting a pair of shoes? Did you think about, you know, either taking your shoes off or putting some shoes on? Hell no. You didn't think about putting some shoes on or saving your shoes and taking them. You didn't think about none of that. You were thinking about none of that. What you were thinking is, oh my goodness, what's happening? What the heck's going down here? That's what you're thinking about. You don't even, your shoes, your damn shoes were the last thing on your mind. And something, that was the last thing on Katie's mind too. Until the next day when Seth says, hey, there's no shoes missing. He wouldn't have left without shoes. He wore shoes all the time. He wore shoes to take out some garbage. He didn't even go out to the trash can barefooted. So we're going to believe that he wandered all 50 miles in the middle of the night, shoeless? Shoeless Joe? No, not at all. Ain't happening. Ain't happening, you guys. And then, and then we have no scent, no scent, right? I'm going to tell you something. Whatever happened to Sebastian, in my opinion, Katie knows. Katie knows. If that's your opinion, put a 2 in the chat. If you think Katie knows exactly what happened to Sebastian, put a 2 in the chat, right? If you think Chris Proudfoot knows what happened to Sebastian, put a 3 in the chat. Because I think Katie knows. In my opinion, Katie knows, right? That's what I think. Hey, Spicy Watermelon, good to see you, girl. Good to see you. I'm bringing you up, love. Hey, girl, what's up? Good to see you.
Good to see you too. I've been battling a cold. I've never had
Hey,
allergies before, and I've been sneezing like no tomorrow the last couple of weeks. It's very odd. But I saw the title of your live stream. Like, I think there could be two reasons why the media manager has gone silent. One, he could be actively working with investigators, um, and providing them information. Which, if that's the case, maybe it was his legal counsel that advised him to be quiet, or he is somewhat part of the investigation and could have implicated himself, or just say there's evidence that probably is implicating him as to other people that could be involved as to where Summers' remains could be, and maybe he was served um, a cease and desist or something with the investigation. But I think the fact that nothing's being said about this case has me suspecting that they're closing in on some type of a series of events that'll lead to a breakthrough in the case. Kind of like what happened with the with the Brian Kohlberger case. They didn't say anything misleading the public,
right,
and then the breakthrough came where they captured it.
right,
And because TBI is involved, um, FBI and all these levels, and I think the reason why they're probably not saying information is because this case is so public, and once you say something, you'll get like a lot of people on social media going to the site, right?
right.
So, yeah, and I think the reason they're keeping it quiet is kind of to protect the integrity of the investigation and people that could have information that is leading to a possible closure in terms of where the remains are, where she could be. That's what my guess is, because it's usually not like people to go silent unless they've been advised by legal counsel to do so.
I
So,
agree. I agree. Absolutely.
yeah, and I think the reason why he was controlling the media so much on behalf of the parents is because he knows something. I mean, wasn't it at some point it was revealed that he deleted something off the phones while the father was in jail? I mean, that's on public record on social media.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, and the fact that that kind of evidence is tampered with, by far he's probably there is evidence implicating him, either interference or something in the case, and that's why he's not posting it anymore. I think they're closing in on something. They probably advise him not to leave the country either. But there has to be some movement at some point, and I think by June 15th there probably will be.
You know, um,
I feel it, PG. I feel it. Something's gonna happen in this case. There's gonna be a breakthrough. Something's gonna be said, or something's gonna be presented. A series of events is gonna crack this case open.
girl, I'm going to tell you what. I'm sure praying for it. I'll tell you. I sure hope somebody is worried so much about their souls perishing in the place it shouldn't go to speak up for Summer and tell exactly what happened. I hope one of them tries to save their soul, right? One of them. That's what I pray for. That's what I pray for.
I also think that, I mean, I think the father was kind of dropping hints from the beginning. Um, I kind of get the feeling in the beginning when he was crying in the picture with her, he knew that he was giving the child away, probably in a way to pay off his drug debt for child trafficking. And maybe the people who took her said, if you get the cops after us, things aren't looking good. And that's why he made the comment about the resurrection, because this case went viral pretty much, right? With the
Right,
woman she was missing. So
right.
I think from that moment, because the people who had her at the time didn't want to be risked being seen, got rid of her right away. So I don't think Summer was alive for very long from when she was missing, right? So I think from there, that's why the parents looked very very sad and very depressed, especially the father within, you know, the case and stuff overall. And when the mother made the appearance on Dr. Phil, and she almost broke down about the interrogation about the what was it, corn boys or something, right? Corn boys or corn
Cornbread
boys.
mafia.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And she broke down, which kind of implicates her that this had to do with organized crime of some sort, and she knows something. And she's probably not speaking because her life was probably threatened in the process. That's why she's been keeping quiet.
Um,
I don't know. That's what my opinion is regarding. So
you know, I think I would agree and have the same opinion with you if I wouldn't have been, if I wouldn't have been in the background with the wells and everything. Because when they got home from the Dr. Phil show, you know, I was talking with Don and Candace on the, phone, and they were laughing. They was really, they said, "Do you know what we're cooking?" And I said, "What you cooking?" They said, "Cornbread mafia," and laughed and laughed and laughed. So, that told me right then and there that, Candace's tears on that one was a bunch of fake bullshit. That, that those words didn't upset her in the least.
yeah, but
And
PG, I don't mean to interrupt, but anybody that does marijuana and edibles, all they want to do is eat and laugh. I mean, and those people enjoy their edibles, it sounds like, and their weed, right? So
oh yeah,
maybe
you got
that's what
you
they're
got
laughing
that
under the
girl.
influence of.
They love their goody good, right? They love their goody good, especially Candace. And Donald is a little more. He goes for a little more harder. He's a little more harder um, than just a goody good. But Candace, she's definitely. Well, they're both on the goody good for sure, and they're both on the bottle, right? R&R. Both of them's on the bottle. They both are on the goody good, and I truly believe, you know, that that Don and and Candace, maybe not as much as Donald, but I think Candace does kind of like recreational, right? Um, indulge in some of the harder stuff as well,
Yeah,
along with him.
and when you talk to them after the Phil show, it's California. California like has this stuff legal. You can get it from anywhere pretty much. So I'm assuming when the mother was on the show, she probably wasn't under the influence of anything. I think they probably I don't know if they drug tested people, but I would think that would. I
Um,
don't know. I don't know.
when
These are just some of, or could be withdrawal symptoms. Withdrawal symptoms from drugs do include
they
hallucinations
was
and things
they
like
was already back home when
that.
when they were laughing like that and everything. They were already back home. Um,
Um,
I think Candace was, that's the way she wind up to the police too. That's the way she acted. I think she uses that, drop a bucket of tear thing, which, I'd like for a bucket to fall, because, she looks like she's crying a bucket of tears, right? But ain't nothing coming out. The bucket's dry. Um, and I think she does that. She's damn good at doing that in order to, suck people in, to, get this pity party. And we have to remember that Don and Candace are a couple. At a lot of points Candace was homeless. At a lot of points she was homeless. And and these homeless people, I mean, not to, to, I have nothing wrong, nothing against homeless people, because a lot of people find themselves out there on the street for many different reasons. It's not hard to become homeless. Trust me, it's not. Matter of fact, at one point, as I said, me and my kids, we lost our home, and ended up, luckily, luckily in an apartment, and to rebuild ourselves. So, it's not hard to find yourself on a street. But what I'm saying is, Candace was willfully, right? She was willfully out there on the street, willfully. Because she had a mother trying to get her off of it, and she wouldn't get off. She wanted to be out there. And people who are, um, willfully out there on the streets, they learn real fast. They are some of the shadiest mother freaking people, right? I mean, they learn every trick of the trade in order to survive. Every trick of the trade. I mean, from crying
Right.
to, getting very aggressive and very mean to,
I mean, you have to, especially in today's crazy. I don't know what's happening, but there's things that are being done intentionally to destabilize all the G7 nations. But that's besides the point. But back to the whole media manager going quiet. I think he's either working out a deal or he's been implicated somehow and he's been told to be quiet and not to post anything, or he's been something like that. That's what I think. But
you
PG is getting late and I have to be up at
I
6 a.m. for
agree. Do you
work
feel?
tomorrow.
I feel the media manager has a dog in this race. Now, what that dog is, I don't know, but I feel he has one.
Somebody arranged for media manager and the parents to get together, and media manager didn't approach the parents willfully. Somebody made the arrangement for them to meet that way. So whoever made the
Or
arrangement is the person that knows
or did they
what.
already know each other? Or did they already know each
Oh, that's what
other?
they're saying. To be honest, it from the videos that I've seen of them and how they interacted in church, and from the the father saying he came up to me, and the mother saying he came up to us. The mother doesn't like him whatsoever. Um,
Well, for Candace, she don't
from
like
what
no one. Candace don't like
um
no one.
honestly, I didn't get a good vibe off of him from the beginning when I saw him. Like I had creepy vibes, and I know that a few
Well,
other
the
people that
first
have.
time, right, and like you, the first time I saw him, first time I saw Tim Mullins was the first time he was out in the Welsh yard, right? He was out in the Welsh yard walking around, um, getting nosy, looking for stuff. I don't know what. I know that they were hiding from him in the basement. And Candace kept trying to get in the door, and even though you couldn't see through the you could see out, but you can't see in. And I think the seeing out really got to Donald. Donald kind of thought, um, if we could see him this good, he could probably see you, dumb it. Donald was freaking out because he thought Candace was going to get busted. Really standing there trying to look, but he did take liberties of walking around, you know, doing things he shouldn't have been doing. But point being is, then at the church, he when he was at the church, he seemed more like to me, not so much introducing. He wasn't introducing himself at all. When you see him in the at the church, take a look. He looks like a bodyguard. He looks like a bodyguard, like someone who is, keeping the watching out for the perimeter of everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think he's probably the one that
Kind of
identified
watching
possible
over 'em.
children that could be possible children that could be sold in exchange for something else, and he thought, well, the Wells would probably be susceptible for those kind of deals. I don't know. Maybe he was the one that created this deal. He is involved somehow, and
Somehow.
I think
Yes.
and I think investigators are catching on, and that's why he's gone quiet. And people who have covered this case have also questioned his credibility, and he can't be trusted. I agree with you. But PG is late. Spicy
Oh,
watermelon
girl.
has to get up at 6 a.m. to go to work on a Friday. I know,
Listen,
it's so
I was
sad.
hoping you come up and I was praying for you earlier tonight. I said she needs to come up. Mama PG be worrying about you.
Did
You
you
need
really
to,
talk about me earlier tonight?
yes, I did. Yes, I did, girl. I said you needed to be in here so Mama PG knows what you're up to and what you're doing. I got to keep an eye on you, right? I got to keep an eye on my kids.
Mhm. Oh, PG. To be honest, I just drink a lot of water and, try to cook my food, eat vegetables, do mostly Mediterranean and exercise. But that's besides the point. No, I appreciate it. We all got to stick out for one another in this community. PG, you brought together a community of people as well over the years. I mean, I
Amen.
was there from the very beginning of your
Right,
when you first
right.
started, and I would come up here, and you would have um, Miss Norway come up here, and we would talk. Like, hard to believe it's been over 2 years since you started your channel, and look how
Amen.
much it's grown.
Amen. Absolutely right. I remember, yeah, in the way back in the beginning, it was a lot, right? It was a lot.
And I remember, I think was it last year or it was one episode where you came on and you talked and you had I think you took a few weeks off, but you had all sorts of people come up. You even had Jody Sue's ex-husband come up, and I think that was the first time he ever came up on YouTube showing his face to question you. So I remember that episode, like you had at least 10 different people come up that were directly questionably involved in the case.
Right,
I remember
right.
that one episode. Yeah. I mean, and then you had Ernie's, when he was flashed, that one too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That, yeah.
Yeah. Ernie's gone quiet, so it'd be nice to see him come up and give his two thoughts on what he thinks is going on. That'd be nice. But
Um,
anyways,
I don't know. I don't know if it was him or not. I think he was in the chat. I think he was in the chat a couple nights ago. Um, I'm not sure if it was him or not or an imposter, but hopefully it was him and hopefully yeah, he does get back out here. Absolutely. These kids can use everyone they can get. These kids need everyone they can get to be spreading, to be spreading the love and the kindness and caring, to be out here, showing their pictures and keeping, law enforcement diligently moving in the direction that needs to be gone for these children. Um,
I
we
also
can't
want to
give
make a
up.
point. The moment that it's like I said, it's not just south of the border, but north of the border as well. The moment that everybody started coming in within the past year and a half is the moment that more children have been missing. And the fact, like, undocumented people, drug cartel, they are involved in all these missing children and somehow in some way. That is the one connection. That's also one thing I want to bring up.
Right.
And I'll leave it at that. And good night, PG. Goodbye, chat. Good night, panel. And yeah, I'd kind of like to hear what others have to say with what I've said as well, what their theories are on why media manager has gone away. But all right. Bye,
Good night,
everybody.
girl. God bless. Much love. It's always
God
good to
bless
see you, girl. You're
you
beautiful.
too.
Absolutely
Oh,
beautiful.
you too. Okay. Good night. Bye bye.
Good night, sweetie. Well, I got one of my kids up here, right? One of my kids popped up tonight. I may God answers prayers, right? He answers prayers, you guys. So we have one pop up. She checked in. We know she's doing good, and hopefully she keeps coming back. So we know that she's safe and she's okay, and she's a beautiful soul, a beautiful kindring spirit. I love that girl. I absolutely love her. But I'm gonna tell you, God's that was fast, right? That was fast. And all I could think of is, Lord, thank you. Right? Lord, thank you. God is good. God is good. I was worried about her. I was worried about her. So that prayer was answered. I hope Miss Norway comes up. I hope she pops up and lets us know she's doing all right too. Absolutely. God bless. Um, Anyway, yes, you know, as in the Sebastian case, I agree with you guys. I agree with you. I believe that Katie, in my opinion, Katie and Chris know exactly. I mean, Chris couldn't say where, hey, this ain't the kid unless he knows where the kid is, right? And I think that Katie's going along. I mean, I think she's letting law enforcement and Seth run down a dark alley because she's too afraid not to, right? She's too afraid not to. Do I think that picture's going to, bring any light on Sebastian and his whereabouts? No, no. I don't know who the kid is. I don't know who the lady is. But I think, I personally, in my opinion, if Chris wouldn't have said, what he said, that isn't Sebastian, then I would have been like, this could be. But because Chris confirmed it's not, and when someone does that so close to the case, they kind of like tell on themselves, as in, I got information. I know it's not because I've got inside information that other people don't have. I got a secret. And, so now I'm not believing it is. I'm not believing that picture, that picture has anything to do with Sebastian whatsoever. And I think we're going to find out that law enforcement went down a dark alley, right? A dark alley. And that's just my opinion. We'll wait and see. I'm not always right. 99.9% of the time, yes. 1% of the time, I'm not. Right? But I think I am on this one. Watch. Because Chris confirmed it. That's why I'm saying, it's not Sebastian. I don't know who these two people are, but I can guarantee you when after all this money spent going down that dark alley to figure out who this lady and the kid was, they're going to find out it ain't Sebastian, right? It ain't him. And that's what makes you upset about this case, about all cases, because it cost a lot of money. Our taxpayer dollars, right? Our tax-paying dollars. It cost a lot of money to go down them dark alleys, to chase all these leads down them dark alleys. It cost a lot of money. And I'm going to tell you, I think law enforcement, here's what I think. I think when they're going down a bunch of dark alleys and then the truth comes to light, the truth actually comes to light, and you find out that these people allowing you to chase all this stuff down these dark alleys are guilty as hell, I think they should have to pay all restitution. I think they should have to pay restitution and pay the money back. All the money back that was spent for law enforcement to go down all of these different leads to find out it was nothing. That's my opinion. Right? I think that on top of prosecuting them, on top of the prosecution, they should have to pay all that money back for sitting there allowing law enforcement to spend all those dollars, right? Whether guilty asses sit there and didn't tell the truth. So, that's just something I think that should be put into law. Just saying. If they own anything, it should be seized. It should be seized and sold to pay back them tax dollars, right? That was spent that was spent going down them dark alleys that led nowhere. There you go. And I think people would learn. I think people would learn to, be a little more honest. Maybe they would rather tell the truth and, and save all their assets than to sit there and lose everything and end up getting prosecuted anyway. So that might, that might help out. That might help people start telling the truth a little more, because they ain't gonna want to lose everything when they're found guilty, right? They ain't gonna want to lose everything to pay back those tax dollars. So that's my thing. Now I do, and while Seth is in North Carolina, well, looky here. Somewhere in America, Katie and Chris are calling the wild, right? They're calling the wild, you guys. Let's get freaky. Let's get wild, right? Let's party. Yeah. They're sitting somewhere, singing the roof. Yeah. They're partying down, right? Having a good time in their little chill-mobile, right? Their little chill-mobile. They're having a good time. I don't understand it. I don't understand why didn't they take that chill-mobile over into North Carolina if Katie's so sure that could be her kid? Why ain't her ass taking the chill-mobile over into North Carolina where Seth was? Right? I mean, Seth ran straight there. He's like, whoa, I'm gone. That's my kid. Katie's like, oh, it ain't been confirmed. We don't know. They're on it. But I'm going to stay in my chill-mobile, right? And keep doing the Humpty Hump with Chris, right? You're going to keep doing the Humpty Hump. Yeah, your kid's missing. And all you give a damn about is hanging in your chill-mobile doing the Humpty fucking Hump. That don't make no sense to me, right? That don't make no sense to me. With some bastard that has not ever did anything but get off on, bashing and abusing mentally, physically, and every other way your freaking son, right? Your freaking son, who is now completely disappeared. Completely disappeared. How convenient. How convenient for you, Katie, that your son disappears because Chris doesn't want him around his daughter, and he wants to get his daughter, and he's even willing to leave you, separate and divorce to get that done. Right? But now he doesn't have to. Now he doesn't have to. Because Sebastian's no longer there, right? Sebastian's gone. So he don't have to do that. Katie's her biggest worry's over, right? Her biggest worry's over, right? Her biggest worry of not being able to do the Humpty Hump with Chris, well, she don't have to worry about that now. Because if Sebastian was the reason. If Sebastian was the reason, and I feel that Chris used him. Chris said he's the reason, right? Chris used her child as the reason. But I'm going to tell you, was that the reason? Probably not. Probably not. More than likely not. Chris probably, was using Sebastian as an excuse. Katie ain't intelligent enough to understand it's not your son, is what he's using, because he really just wants to get away from you. And if he was going to get a divorce then, he's probably still going to get one, right? He's probably going to still get one anyway. And your kid, well, your kid's gone, Katie. Your kid's gone. You'll have a long time to think about that. He'll have his kid, but yours gone, right? Yeah. That'll be a good lesson to you. If you don't get any other punishments, well, that punishment will be well fitting. Will be well fitting. Um, Once he's divorces your ass anyway. So you got to be smarter. You got to be smarter than the snake, and you don't seem to be smarter than Chris, Katie. You don't seem to be smarter at all. Just saying. Just saying. But I'm going to get back to Tim Mullins. Now, Tim Mullins, yes, I truly believe, that Tim, he's got a dog in the race somewhere. Now, you know, where, I don't know. Is he writing a book? Maybe. I don't know. Um, he is a freak, right? Super freak. Super freaky. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's at the prayer vigil walking around talking about, do you know who I am? I'm Tim Mullins. Like, who cares? Who cares who you are? Nobody cares, right? Nobody cares. But when I seen him at the prayer vigils and everything, he wasn't introducing himself to Candace or Donald. That dude was standing around like a bodyguard, right? He was standing around like, I have a need to know what's being said and going on here, right? Like he was like he had something to protect in all of this, and he's always act like he's got something to protect in all of this. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys feel, if you're getting the same vibe as PG, that Tim Mullins has been acting as if he's got something to protect in all of this. Put a 1 in the chat, because that's how I feel. That's how I feel. I feel like this guy from day one had something. He got a dog in the race, right? He's got a dog in the race. Now, what type of dog, I don't know. But he's definitely got one. Old creepy Tim with this camera, right? With this freaking camera zooming in and out on people, especially isolated areas. Like there was this family on a boat, right? He was zooming it way down there on them, right? Like he needed to see everything. What the hell you doing, man? That's weird. That's weird. Why you zooming in on a whole family that's having a day out on their boat? And he was zooming way in to see them. And this is like one of them people that carry around binoculars, right? Go around carrying binoculars before there was the zoom in cell phone, right? That guy probably had a pair of binoculars on, if you ask me. But and he's creepy. He's creepy. And it wasn't just, let me tell you, it wasn't just it wasn't just the houseboat and and other things in the park and stuff. He was at another place, and there was these homes, right? There was these homes on one side. There was like a lot of homes, right? Like a community of homes. On the other side, there was this one isolated, like totally isolated home sitting over there. Now, he zooms in on the community and right back out. Right? And then he zooms into the other side where it's isolated. I'm watching. I'm like, okay. And then the next thing I know, this guy zooms in even farther, right? The isolated one, he zoomed in as far as he look through the window type zoom, right? I'm like, whoa, this guy likes isolated places, right? What a weirdo. Now, he didn't do that to the community side, but he did it to the one isolated. You know, that tells you a lot about someone when you're observing them like that. You a few things about this person. Absolutely. Tells you they're kind of freaky and creepy, and thank God that wasn't your home, right? I mean, does he take it a step farther? I don't know. I don't know how many steps he takes. I just know, you know, I don't like what I see. You know, when I observe him, I don't like what I see. He's definitely weird. Um, last time he posted on Find Summer Wells. Last post was April the 15th. He hasn't posted since the 15th of April. That's the last post that he posted. And he posted this weird stuff right here. From Georgia. They found offshore in Puerto Rico. Okay. This is a mother. This is a custody battle case. This is a mother who has her daughter. You could tell her daughter loves her very much, right? You could tell her daughter loves her very much. There's a lot of cases like this, custody type cases. He posted this. Kind of strange, kind of weird. I mean, what does that got to do with Find Summer Wells? What does that got to do with Find Summer Wells? I mean, Summer Wells case ain't no custody battle, right? I don't know. I don't know why he posted that weirdness. Thank you, TBI. Maybe Summer will be found soon too, right? Soon too. I don't know. I don't know. This was posted March 11th. We miss you, Summer Moon, Utah Wells, but we know the God of the resurrection, knows exactly where you are. Maybe soon. What does maybe soon mean? Hey, Tim, could you come back? Could you come back for like 5 minutes and make that make sense? Could you come back and make that? What do you mean maybe soon? Maybe what soon? Maybe what soon? Like maybe Jesus is going to return soon? Is that what you're getting at? Is maybe the resurrection and the people are going to be taken off the earth? Is that what you're getting at? Are you I don't know. I don't know. You know, it sounds like he's getting at the rapture. He is like he's getting at the rapture, right? Maybe soon the rapture is going to come. The people are going to be resurrected from the grave. And everybody's going to be going up to heaven. Well, everybody ain't. Everybody ain't. If the rapture comes, it's only going to pick up the good people. It's only going to pick up the good people. Number one suspects in their own daughter's missing case. I don't know if that's going. You know, I don't think that's going to get picked up. Pretty sure it ain't. I mean, I'm not. You know, I can't judge. I don't know. You know, I don't have a direct line to God, and I don't know. You know, for sure. But the Bible says, you know, evil's not going to evil. There's a place for evil, and it's not heaven. And the resurrection is when people's getting took up to heaven. So, 2 and 2's 4, or else it could be 22. But either way it goes, right? Either way it goes. Point being is, I don't think, you know, let me put it this way to you, Tim. I think a snowball has a better chance of surviving in hell than the Wells getting took up in a resurrection. That's just my opinion. That's my opinion, to be honest. That's my opinion. And anybody aiding and abetting number one suspects in their own daughter's disappearance that have done all the things that these people have done since this little girl has disappeared, didn't want the reward fund, didn't want the billboards, didn't search for it, didn't hand out flyers, didn't do anything. They tell people where she wasn't. Well, if you can do that, you must know where she is, right? And play nothing but games and say some of the most horrible things I've ever heard about their own daughter. Yeah. Well, if you're aiding and abetting that, well, you might stand about as much chance as that snowball too, right? That's all I'm trying to say. Last thing I want to tell my God is I've been aiding and abetting Don, Candace, or Grandis. That's the last thing I want to tell my God, right? And yes, he's admitting that he either knows or he's got a damn good idea that Summer is no longer with us. Absolutely. Absolutely. In this little paragraph here, right? In this little paragraph, Tim Mullins is saying, I do not think, Summer, that you are still with us. Right? I do not think you are still with us. I believe you are no longer with us. And, the God of the resurrection knows exactly where you are. Maybe soon you'll be resurrected, right? You'll be resurrected. Kind of makes you wonder. What dog does Tim have in a race, and how much does Tim really know, right? How much does Tim really know? Where the hell did Tim come from? Where the hell did he come from? Right? Where did he come from? Why was he standing around in prayer visuals like he has a need to know everything like Jody Sue? What the hell goes on in Tennessee, right? What the hell goes on in Tennessee around Ben Hill Road? Why does these people talk about spiders and flies and gaining power and getting into the woods, right? What? Summer supposedly didn't, perish on June 15th on a Tuesday. No, she's supposed to perish that weekend on a Saturday, according to Jody Sue. According to Jody Sue, right? That's Jody Sue's day. And honey, I got proof that she said that. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. I got receipts. She wants to argue with that. I'll play it out for her. Yes, she definitely said it. Right? She even talked about the spider and the fly. Gaining power. Basically, Jody Sue was insinuating that Don Wells and Candace and them, basically she was insinuating that Summer had been sacrificed. That's what Jody Sue was insinuating. That Summer had been sacrificed on the Saturday after she disappeared. That is what Jody Sue was, for somebody to gain power, for someone to gain power, right? That's what she was insinuating. So you tell me. I don't know. Do you believe that? Put a 1 in the chat if you think that's plausible. If you think that is something that could have happened to Summer, put a 1 in the chat. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. I think it's plausible. I think, yeah, up there with them people, hell yeah. I think it's plausible. You know, I don't know. I mean, this, this is stuff coming out of Jody Sue's mouth, right? This is stuff coming out of her mouth. It's really freaking weird. And, she was, before Summer came up missing, she had videos out there talking about, hey, everybody, come run around in the woods. Make sure you take a bath and don't put on no cologne, right? Or it wouldn't even take a bath. Just don't put on no cologne, right? I mean, maybe. I don't know. That's right. I agree, Molly. Maybe. I don't know. You know, I mean, if you think, if you believe that, the way the case went, Don driving the new vehicle, blaming on, firing his coworker, blaming it on his coworker, keeping the money and trying to act like he didn't need nothing to cover his ass, as in bank account. And the way everything was set up, him talking about he knew she was going to be gone. The same night she disappears, he says he'll see her in a resurrection, like it was no biggie. If you think, that it's more, if you think it's plausible that it was trafficking, put it two. If you think it was more plausible for her to have been trafficked by these people, put it two. In my opinion, yeah, she could have been trafficked. I mean, with them, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. And, let's remember TBI did say, asked them, right? TBI went up to Donald and said, we have, information that you trafficked your child. Did you traffic your child? Right? We believe you trafficked your child. Did you traffic your child? So, yeah, that did happen. That did happen, you guys. Absolutely. And that's really that's really what I believe. That's what I believe. It's too hard for me to believe the other. It's too hard for me because the other way would be so horrible, right? The other way would be so horrible. It would be like, oh my God, who the hell could do stuff like this, right? What kind of mind do you have to do something like that? I mean, I wouldn't even want to think of something like that happening to Summer. Maybe that's why it's hard to believe. Maybe that's why it's hard to believe. But stuff like that does happen, you guys. It does. It happens for sure. It wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me at all. No. Nothing would surprise me with these people. Nothing. Absolutely nothing surprises me with this group of people, right? Nothing. Something's up though, and it's more people involved in it. More people involved in it than just Candace, Donald, and Grandis. I mean, put a 3. Put a 3 in the chat if you believe more than just Donald, Candace, and Grandis are involved with whatever happened to Summer. Put a 3 in the chat. Because I do believe there's more involved than just them. I think there's more people who know than just them. Absolutely. I've always thought that. I've always thought this is like this is like a group of people. Not just 1, 2, or 3. I always have felt there's more people involved in all of this. No doubt in my mind. No doubt in my mind. There's others that's got information. That's got information that could lead to all the answers we need for Summer, right? That's what I believe. That's what I believe. Haley says 4, 5, and 6. Right? 3, 4, 5, and 6. Hey girl, I got it. That was cute. And Molly, you're so hilarious. Yeah, Maybe she's going to be her own Sasquatch, right? She's always trying to find one. That way she can look in the mirror and there it is. Boom. Right? Boom. There it is. That cracked me up, man. That's funny stuff. Now, I'm going to tell you, old Tim hasn't completely disappeared. Now he quit writing. The last post he made on his Tim Mullins whatever thing was like November, right? And the last one he made on Find Summer Wells was the 15th, right? The 15th of April. And but he hasn't fell, he hasn't fell off the face of the earth or anything, you guys. No. And he posted this right here. He posted some really weird stuff, right? Really weird stuff down through here. I don't know. He just like, look at this. And then like he even posted, when do the new teeth supposed to grow in? When does a child get its new teeth? What? Like, what the hell? Look at this stuff. Yeah, look at that. He wants to know when they get their teeth. And that's insane, right? That's insane. Why the hell would he be posting that? That's just creepy weird. But, and if you notice, he, like the whales, he likes to post all these pictures that don't even look like Summer. He likes to post all these pictures that don't even look like her, right? That don't even look like her. And then he puts the CPS, right? The CPS place in here. And hey, I think that's what quite a few people should be wearing right now. And that's one picture I like to see a lot of people wearing. Look at this. This guy is creepy. He's like really creepy. He's just creepy. I don't care what anybody says, he's creepy. And he puts creepy things on there too. Like, he wants attention, right? Like he wanted attention. Lucky Beyonce said, I heard that witches practiced their woo-woo near the moving bodies of water. So it carries it down, carries what they're doing downstream. I think it would wash it away. If you ask me, I don't know. That's what I'd be thinking. No, Tim is doing great over here. Tim Mullins, and he's on this history stuff. He's on this discoverkingsport.com local history. This is where he's been. This is where Tim's been. He's been over here posting. Matter of fact, he just posted yesterday, right? He's trying to teach history now. He's not off the internet. He's just in a new place on the internet, right? On a new place on the internet. There you go. This is where Tim's been spending his time. He's doing history. He's becoming a history buff now. Right? Talking about the settlers that first, in the 1700s, matter of fact, like 1750, that settled, and some of the things they experienced while they were settling in that particular area, and so forth and so on. Yeah. So anyway, PG, I do my homework, right? I do my homework. So that's what he's talking about now. That's where he's hiding out. That's where he's hiding out. He's, you know, he ain't gave up social media. He's doing social media. He's just hiding out over there. And like I said, he just posted yesterday. He's posting over there a lot. This new channel, you know, he's posting there quite a bit. So, you know, if you want to find him, that's where he's at. Right? That's where he's at. Yep. I do my homework. I do my homework. You know, and, you know, Dawn, Candace, Andy's, Grandis. All right. I hear that, you know, I hear that Fred, now I don't know how much information Fred's got, but, you know, as far as Dawn and Andy goes, oh, I hear he's got you all by the nose. I hear Fred's got you by the nose, right? Looks to me like he's got you by the nose too. That's what I heard, you guys. And it must be true. Here's the picture. I heard he's got Andy and Don by the nose, right? Yep. It's been confirmed. There it is on panel. Don and Andy. Fred's got them both by the nose. That's what I'd be hearing. I'd be hearing that Fred's got some info, some good info, right? Fred's got some good info. If he wants to tell it, he got some good info, right? Well, he sure got Andy out here. He sure did get Andy out here, right? And it looks like Ogre might have got Donald. I think certain people just pack certain information that, you know, you got to hit home. You got to hit home to get these people out here, right? Like Fred was hitting home. He was hitting home with old Andy, right? He was hitting home runs because Andy's like, oh no, I'm coming out here. I'm going to talk to you, boy. We're going to have a talk, right? We're going to have a talk. Now you my cousins, you ain't supposed to be out here saying this stuff. You need to shut your mouth, right? You need to shut your mouth. Ain't gonna be hearing this. We ain't gonna be hearing it. And Fred's like, no, I ain't gonna shut my mouth. You know, you ain't my boss. I'm gonna talk about it. If I want to talk about it, I'm gonna talk about it, right? You ain't my boss, Andy. You know, what'd you ever do for me? What'd you ever do for me? Besides, you know, make me move my vehicles when you wasn't even supposed to be down that far. You wasn't even supposed to be down the road that far. But you were, and you caused me nothing but trouble because I had to move all my stuff, my trailer, which I was already loading, and you knew I was loading it, but you just come down there to make me have to move it. Caused me trouble, right? Oh, yeah, and I was recording you. I was recording you and Donald. I heard everything. Pushed the wrong buttons on the tape recorder, but, you know, I still heard it. I thought it was getting taped, but it wasn't. But still, I heard you say it and I told it. Right? I told it. Don't say you weren't up here. Don't say you weren't up here at a certain time that day because I seen you. I know you was. Right? And you're like, no, I wasn't. No, I wasn't. Yeah, you was. I saw you. Yeah. When somebody, you know, when somebody's saying, hey, I saw you, don't be lying about it. You know, you ain't going to backpedal on this. You know, don't act like, you know, that I got brain fog. Can't remember, because I do. I do, like, you know, of course he's going to remember that day. I mean, something tragic happened, right? Something tragic happened. Like, you know, a lot of people don't know what they got for Christmas last year, right? They don't know what they got for Christmas last year. I'm not talking about this year. I'm talking about last year, right? I'm talking about, you know, last Christmas, not 2023. I'm talking about 2022. A lot of people don't know what they got for 2022 Christmas. Well, you know, 2022 Christmas was a great, Christmas is a great thing, right? It's a beautiful moment, beautiful memories. You get Christmas presents, big dinner, stocking, right? You get all these things. How could you not remember all these good things that you got on Christmas? But you don't. You don't. But I tell you what, I bet you remember all the tragic stuff, right? I bet you remember all the tragic stuff in your life. I mean, if you, you know, broke your arm, you're going to remember that, right? You remember breaking that arm. Or you busted up one of your vehicles that you really loved. You remember that, don't you? Or if you dropped a vase or something that was precious to you, you remember that, don't you? People remember tragic stuff, right? They like the day that something that tragic happens, oh man, that lives in your memory forever. You know who you seen, you know what you were doing, right? Like like 9/11, like 9/11, right? People know where they were on 9/11. Why? Because it was a tragedy. It was a tragedy. I bet you could still remember where you was when you heard about it. I bet you can still remember because it was a tragedy, a great tragedy. People do not forget tragedies, right? Well, I'm going to tell you what, Fred ain't going to forget anything that happened today that a child disappears from Ben Hill Road. He's going to remember everything about that day, like everything, right? And if he's seen someone, he's going to know he's seen them. No doubt. No doubt. Exactly. You don't forget. Absolutely. People don't forget. I mean, it's a funny thing. It's a funny thing that we don't remember everything good in our life, right? We might remember something good here and something good there. But mostly, mostly we remember all the tragedy, all the tragic moments, and the bad things. Like you probably still think about, you probably still think about someone that picked on you, right? Picked on you in grade school or middle school or high school, right? Or maybe in college. You still remember, but do you remember all the good things? All the good stuff? No, you don't remember a lot of good stuff. You remember the bad stuff, right? I mean that is like movie projector, movie projector in your head. It's just the way it is. And I'm going to tell you, Fred, Andy. The first thing when someone's telling the truth about someone that don't want the truth told, the first thing the person does that don't want that truth told is try to make the person telling the truth feel incompetent, right? About their memory. That's what they try to do. They try to make that person feel incompetent about what they know. They want to make them feel that they're making a mistake, right? They're trying to boggle the person's mind. Like, did you really see it? Did you? Right? I don't think I think that's another day. They try to scramble it, right? To scramble it and act like the person's got memory issues. And because they don't want the truth being told on them. And it sure seemed like that's what Andy was doing, if you ask me. If you ask me, it sounded like that's what he was doing to Fred. But Fred's like, nope. Man, that was a tragic day. I remember everything. And I got you by the nose, Andy. I got you by the nose. And I said, what? He got him by the nose? I didn't believe it till I saw this picture. I said, oh, hell yeah, he does. He got them both by the nose, right? I was like, oh damn, damn, that's some funny shit right there. That's some funny shit. Yeah. Don and Don and Andy don't look so happy, but Fred be looking like boss, right? Fred be looking like boss. His nice haircut and everything, his sharp hat on. He be looking like boss. Yeah. Don and Andy though, they be looking bent out of shape if you ask me. They look all bent out of shape. Take another look. There you go. Look at them. Andy like, what you doing picking my nose? Right? And Donald's like, this is getting me angry. Come on, Fred. This is making me angry, man. Right? Fred's like, who cares? Who cares? He's boss. So there you go. Fred's got some information. He's got some information under that hat right there. Now, can that information bring Summer home? Can it find Summer? Can it, solve her case? Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm thinking maybe. If you ask me, right? If you ask me, it's maybe. Could be. Yeah, I think you're right. I think they're playing. I think, you know, I think they are playing. They've been playing since day one, right? They've been playing since day one. There's a whole lot of people's, that's the problem with Summer's case. There was too many games being played by too many people, right? There's too many games being played by too many people. Jody Sue was coming out, giving out information, and then trying to renege on it, right? She was trying to renege on it, and then you had Andy coming out saying stuff, and then changing it up as it goes. Um, and you had Don and Candace. Well, we know what they did, right? No question in our minds what they did. I mean, they did a lot, a freaking lot, right? A whole lot. And I'm going to tell you, at some point, we're going to play it all out. We're going to play out all the stuff they did simultaneously. We're going to play it out simultaneously what the Wells did, right? All their dirty little games and all their dirty little bullshit. Um, from day one. I haven't ever seen people, you know, do what they have done in a case of a missing child. Ever, you know, ever have I seen that. Um, but I'm going to tell you, the Proudfoots are no better, right? The Proudfoots are no better. They're no better. Sitting back, partying down while Sebastian's missing, not even bothered to look for him, right? They're no better than the Wells because that's what the Wells did, right? They kicked back, partied down, didn't even bother. Didn't even bother. Same scenario. Same scenario, right? That's just the way it is. That's just look at any case. Look at any case where where the caretakers are guilty, and you'll see where they sat back, partied down, and did nothing. They all do it. They all do it. You know, they don't bother to look because they already know. They already know. When you see somebody kick back like that, they're probably guilty. In my opinion, they're guilty. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. They pretty much tell on themselves by their actions. Actions speak louder than words, right? Actions speak louder than words. So, you know, Absolutely. Second to none. Absolutely. I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you. It had Summer's case has been, has been they, those people turned her case into a disgrace, right? They turned her case into a disgrace. That's what they've done, is turned it into a disgrace. With the things they've done, their actions, their words, everything. It's horrible. It's horrible. And sad. It's sad. But I truly believe that at some point God will let Summer's case be solved. I truly believe that, right? I think that God, I believe we serve a God that loves us, and I truly believe we serve a God who knows how much we want Summer's case solved. I think God knows. I think He knows how much we love Summer, and even Summer's brothers. And I think God understands that, we feel that Summer's case needs to be solved on her brother's behalf, for them. We want her brothers to live a normal life in the future. We want her brothers to know where their sister is, to know what happened to her, and to be able to move forward, right? In knowing. And at some point, at some point, I truly believe her case will be solved. Absolutely. No doubt in my mind. When, I don't know. Maybe the boys couldn't handle it. Maybe they couldn't handle the truth right now. Maybe God ain't solving it for their sake. Maybe He's trying to give someone a chance to save their soul, right? To save their soul by coming forth and doing what's righteous for not just Summer, but the boys as well. Maybe He's doing that. I don't question God. I don't know why her case ain't been solved yet. I just know. I just know God's got a reason. And I know God knows better than me. I know God knows way better than PG. You know. So I don't question God. Of course I'd solve it right now. Right? Right now. But I'm human. I'm human. I'm not thinking. I'm not seeing the big picture. I'm not thinking about, is people ready to handle it? I'm not thinking about all the other things. That's what God does. God thinks about everybody, not somebody. And that's why I don't question Him. Because I know His way's right, and PG's way isn't, right? I know mine ain't. That's why I try to do God's will instead of PG's will. That's why everybody, every Christian tries to do God's will. Because every Christian understands, our way ain't the right way. It just isn't. I mean, we still be doing eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, right? We still be doing that. We be still doing that kind of stuff. Um, but that ain't the right way. The right way is to do what Jesus told you. And don't question God. You know, don't question Him. And I don't. I don't. Sometimes I think about it. Sometimes I think about it. Sometimes I wonder things, right? Sometimes I wonder things. I'm going to tell you, you better be humbling yourself. You better be humbling yourself if you're going to, when you talk to God, you better humble yourself. That's what you better do. PG don't have no fear. I don't really have any fear of anything. Period. Right? I hear a noise, I go look. I don't know what's there. I don't care what's there. I go and looking, right? I become a hunter. Like I hear a noise, I'm gonna go hunt and figure out what this is. Absolutely. You know, I figure that I have as much power. I have as much power as any other human does. I got as much power as any other human does. No human has any more power than you, right? So I'm gonna go be a looking. I need to know. But, I don't really care. I don't think about things. Um but I do fear God. I do fear God. That's the one thing I do fear. So I'm going to tell you something. The Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. Blessed be the Lord. Right? Blessed be the Lord. Ain't nobody going to do nothing. Ain't nobody going to do nothing unless God okays it anyway. I mean, what I'm trying to say is only God can take you out of this world. Right? Only God can take you out of this world. Only God can heal you or unlive you. That's it. Nobody else has no power. Nobody has no power but God. And PG knows that. I know that. That's why I don't fear nothing but God. Right? But God. That's it. I tell you a funny story. Tell you a funny story. Happened to me. um, I went to check. I went to check on one of my kids, right? I heard a noise. I heard a noise. Sound like someone talking. I went to check on one of my kids. And it was one of my kids, right? It was. And they was talking. And I said, hey, what's up? What you talking about? I thought they was half asleep. It was the middle of the night. I thought they're half asleep. And my kid tells me, there was a woman talking to me. I said, a woman? I'm really sure that this kid is sitting up dreaming, right? I'm sure this kid is not awake. That is probably dreaming, right? And I say, well, what did she say to you? What did she say to you? My kid says that the lady said buzz. And the first time I didn't think I heard it right. I said, you said what? And my child repeated it. Buzz. And then tried to talk like, I guess talk like the lady. I'm thinking this kid's not awake. but but this is funny as hell, right? This is funny as a lady talking to you and she says buzz. I'm rolling. I'm absolutely cracking up. And so I'm like, are you awake? And my child was awake, right? Was awake. No, not bugs. Buzz. Like buzz. 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 That's what he said. Like buzz, like a fly, or a bee. Like buzz. And I'm rolling. I am laughing my freaking ass off, right? Now, I don't know. I don't know who the hell's talking to this. This kid. I don't know if there's a woman around or ain't a woman around. I don't even care at this point, right? I'm done lost it. I, I was cracking up. But anyway, you know, that was some funny stuff, right? Funniest damn thing I ever heard. I've been laughing all day about it, right? I've been laughing all day. my kid, my kid ain't laughing that much about it, but every time I think about it, I about lose it, right? I about lose it. I can't even think about it without cracking up. I'm like, what the hell? I mean, why would the hell would somebody say buzz in your ear? Right? So my child tells me, my child tells me, I think it was my sister. I think she was playing a game. I said, what? You think it's your sister? He said, yeah. Might have sounded like her. That's got me laughing even harder, right? That's got me laughing even harder because I know that his sister's in bed, right? I know his sister's asleep. I am cracking up something fierce, man. I'm going to tell you some of the shit I hear, some of the things kids say. Absolutely made me roll. It did. But, that's how my night went, right? I'm tired. I'm freaking just putting things together. I stay up late anyway and put stuff together, do research and one thing and another, and try to get everything ready for my next day's work and stuff. And I'm super tired, and I no longer lay down to go to sleep. I'm almost half asleep, and all of a sudden I hear something, right? So it's like son of a bitch. I gotta get up, What the hell is that? What was this? I have to get up. I gotta go figure out where, this noise is coming from. And, to hear, that somebody said buzz. And I'm gonna tell you something. I haven't ever laughed so much in my life. I had a hard time last night getting to sleep from laughing. Every time, I wake up a few times, right? I wake up, I don't sleep well. I'm one of those people that's up and down, up and down. But every time I wake up, I think about it. I start laughing even more, right? I got up this morning freaking laughing about it. All day. I can't even think. I can't even see a bee. I can't see a fly. I start cracking up because, they'd say buzz, right? I'm having a real issue with this one. So that's, I have to embrace my crazy. What can I say? Right? Oh, shit. I don't know what woman's running around hollering buzz, but I sure to hell hope she does it at somebody else's house tonight, right? I hope she does it at somebody else's house tonight, because I don't want to hear that shit. That's the funniest damn thing I ever heard. Oh, shit. But anyway, I thought I'd share that with you guys. I thought I'd share it with you because it sure did make me, it sure did make PG's heart happy. I don't know why, but I needed that laugh, I guess. I guess God felt I had to laugh all day today, right? He felt I needed to laugh the whole day, and I have. I have, trust me. Even to now, still laughing. But I don't know. I don't know. I just I just hope I don't I hope I don't go through round two, right? I don't want to do round two. Oh shit. That's funny stuff, man. The funny shit happens to people all the time. Yeah, he did second to none. He remembered it. He sure did. Yeah, he sure did. He sure did remember it this morning. he said, he said, I'm glad. He said, I'm glad you think it's so funny, Mom. Right? Yeah, I'm glad you thought it was funny. I was like, I can't help it. Right? I can't help it. Yeah, he was still looking disturbed. Right? He was still looking disturbed about it. That was funny stuff, man. That's funny stuff. I can't help but laugh about it. Poor kid. Right? Oh shit. Oh god. It might have been that Queen Bee. Right? That might have been Queen Bee. Buzz. Right? Doing the buzz. Oh no. Oh shit. Oh god. Yeah, Sassy France. Hey Don, you want to talk to Ugger? I will see him soon. And since he didn't have YouTube on his phone, I will put him on mine so he can get on panel with you. I want to hear this absolutely. And we do it here. We do it here. We don't do it at White Boys. Hell no. That will be done here. Right, Sassy Cat? It will be done here where we have control. Where we have control. Right? Ain't going to be done. Ain't going to be done at no White Boy. Hell no. We ain't allowing that. Hey girl, I love you too. I love you too. 100% PG. I'm coming up on panel. Take the link, girl. I'm bringing you up. What's up, girl?
Yes, I will see Ogre soon. Now that you want to talk to him, Donnie? Oh, well, this is going to be awesome to hear this.
Yeah, he had an opportunity that one night. Why didn't he bring his ass up?
Yeah, he
Right.
wouldn't even open the camera, remember?
Right. He wouldn't come up. Cowered off then. He cowered off then, right? And oh, now he wants to talk to
Now
Ogre.
he wants, mm-hmm.
But
Now he wants to be on White Boy's panel with Ogre?
no,
Uh-uh.
no. If Donald wants to talk to Ogre, he can talk to Ogre over here. He could talk to him over here. He can bring White Boy with him. He can bring White Boy with him. But it
Now,
will
what
be
does this have to do with White Boy anyway? Because
nothing.
White Boy's the one that started all that junk. He didn't even know Ogre.
No.
Donnie's the one that knows Ogre.
Right. But White Boy brought his ass over here and put his nose where where it don't belong, and him and Donald want to tag team over Ogre over there. No, that ain't gonna happen. That ain't happening. They
Well,
want
he
to.
don't even have a YouTube channel, so
Right.
I mean, how's he gonna get up on YouTube with that guy, with White Boy and Donnie, if he don't have YouTube? He can't.
Well, he's not going to because you, me, and
Yeah, he's not going to because I'm not putting him up there on panel, and White
No.
Boy has me blocked any fucking way. But I mean, they want to start drama with Ogre now.
Well, you know what? We're more than happy. We're more than happy to hear their drama out, right? We're more than
That's
happy
right.
to hear
I
their
want to
drama.
hear this because I want to hear the truth about
And
what
Ogre-
Donnie said to Ogre.
And Ogre will come up. He'll come up and he'll set Don's ass straight, right? He'll set Donnie straight.
Yep.
I mean, that guy ain't afraid of Don in the least. He
No.
ain't afraid of Donald in the least. I mean, I don't think that guy's afraid of anything, to be honest with you.
Nope. Ogre's real quiet. So, unless he gets all riled up. And once Ogre finds out that Pickle Brain over there wants to talk to him up on panel,
oh, he'll be more.
yeah, I can put him on my YouTube channel and put him up on panel. Over here.
Matter of fact, when you see him, let's bring him up. Let's see if the cowards want to come and talk, right? Let's see if the cowards want to come and talk to him. We'll bring him on here, and let's see if they want to talk with him. Because Ogre has no problem coming up here. He has no problem at all coming up and having a say about what Don Wells said and did, right?
Yep.
And he'll say it to Don. He'll say it right to Don. I mean, he had no problem with that. So
Right.
if Donald
He
wants
had
to
no
bring
problem saying anything to Ogre or White Boy.
right,
So what makes him think that he's going to have a problem saying anything to Donnie?
so when you see Ogre, hit me up. I'll open a special live, and if they and let's call them out. They want to come, bring it. We'll open a special live just for that.
Oh, yeah. Because I want to see this.
Absolutely.
I'm just going to sit back and I'm just going to enjoy this show go down.
Amen. There you go, girl. Absolutely. Absolutely. No doubt in my mind. No doubt in my mind. But I don't think they got enough backside. I don't think they have enough backside to, talk to Ogre on even ground. These are cowards. Cowards always want to get you off of even ground, right? They want you off of even ground. They want to feel they have the control to kick you when they want, and try to make themselves feel better. Well, it ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen because here, this is America. Nobody gets kicked. Bring it on.
Right.
I didn't kick White Boy that night. He willfully left.
he left.
Yeah.
He left.
And
And
then,
Andrew Hill, he was up here the whole time.
yes,
So I don't know where Pickle Brain White Boy locked down over there says that he ran off the panel. He didn't run off the panel. Andrew stayed the whole time.
He was delusional. That's why he ain't showed. He said, I downloaded that clip. And that's why he showed it. He ain't showed it because he knows for a fact he was a liar. He knows he fucking come up here and got told in every aspect of the word, right? In every aspect of the word. He got told. He didn't get just told by Andrew. He got told by you and Ogre and me and Beth Ann. Even Beth Ann told his ass. It was like, oh my God.
Beth Ann was over on his panel because he started talking crap, pulling all this little crazy stuff out that went on back then, okay?
Right.
Well, he plays a whole recording of Beth Ann talking. So Beth Ann goes to get on his panel. Right. And he tried to attack Beth Ann. And then he tried to say he just wanted to act stupid about it. You know, I mean, Beth Ann's husband has no felonies, okay?
And then the sicko didn't only, try to
humiliate Beth Ann.
Yes, he did. And then not only that,
it didn't work.
It's like, let me see your kids. What? What the hell you
talking pictures of her children out here?
He's
her
like,
children have nothing to do with this at all.
Why was he asking, man? That was creepy fucking weird, right? Let me see your kid.
Was.
You fucking freak. Who the hell's gonna let you see their kid? What the hell you be wanting to see somebody's kids for anyway? That's kind of disgusting. You've been hanging around. He been hanging around Tom Wells too long, right?
Yeah.
Let me see your kids. Not today, bitch. Right? I don't think so. Damn, that's scary weird, right? That's scary weird shit. Let me see your kids. And I think if I was Beth Ann, I'd have clicked off right then and there. I'd have been like, you are a freak. You're a freak, man. You asked me to see my kids. What kind of freak are you? You really need to get away from the Wells, right? You need to get away from the Wells. That's weird.
Yeah, he does.
Damn.
But he's right up Donald Wells' ass. He's right there where Donnie wants him.
Oh man, he's plundered.
So he can make money off of White Boy's channel, off of his missing daughter, which to me that is very, very, very disgusting. I mean, Donnie comes out here acting like a damn fool, okay, all over YouTube, and then talks a bunch of crazy crap, sits back and laughs about it. It's not funny. A missing child is not funny at all.
It's not funny. Even more so.
But to them it is. To them it is because they've contacted every creator they can find. They've been on every panel. They talk circles.
And it's even less funny because it's their child, right? Because it's their child. Who the fuck does what they do?
But he can get up there looking for other missing children to put missing pieces together to come up with some new scenario of what happened to Summer.
Katie and Chris Proudfoot, they're just like the Wells, making fun of that little boy, right? They're making fun of that little boy and then partying instead of looking for him or doing anything for him. It's just disgusting. It's disgusting to see people like that, right?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I don't find anything about Summer's case funny at all. I don't find anything about a missing girl funny at all. Any missing child, anybody, adult, whether it's an adult or a child, it's not funny. It's nothing to sit back and laugh about.
I'm going to tell you something, Lisa. It's nothing to sit back and laugh about how bad they treated those children. What those children went through over that 13 years, not just Summer, but her brothers as well, it was absolutely despicable, right? I mean, it was unbelievable what these kids, I mean, how anyone could support motherfuckers that just put their kids through what them bastards had put their children through over those years. What we heard and what we have seen and what we know is disgusting. That's it. I don't mother freaking support fucking child abusers, people who neglect their children, who, put themselves before their children, to put everything before their kid. Fuck people like that. You are children first.
She doesn't come out to YouTube and be a voice for Summer. Why don't you do that, Candace? Why don't you find yourself useful and come out here and be a voice for Summer, instead of when people ask you questions about Summer, you want to run off? Why can't you do that? Be a mother and be a voice for that little girl. Right now, she doesn't have a voice.
I'm going to tell you something.
We all have to be Summer's voice.
How the hell can a bitch like that be a voice for her daughter when she's too busy being against her daughter? How could she be a voice for her daughter when she wants people timed out, people blocked, and people shut down that even mention her daughter's name?
Yeah, and white boys, yeah.
That bitch is on Day Days, on Benny's, everywhere she's been. She don't want to talk about Summer. She wants to fucking party out, talk about bullshit, and act like, everything's about her. Right? She's jealous of her own daughter. She's jealous of her own daughter.
She said it's not about Summer. Then why are you up on YouTube, Candace? Right. If this is not about Summer, why in the hell are you up on YouTube like that? Contacting every damn creator you can find. That makes no sense to me.
It's not about Summer. It's not about Summer.
It's not about Summer to her, but it's about Summer to all of us.
It's about support for her and Donnie.
Yeah, all that money rolling in.
Right. They was trying to put Summer in the background. Don and Candace worked hard as hell to put Summer in the background while they talked about Utah and their sisters and about, all the other bullshit about their neighbors and about this and about religion. I mean, they wanted to talk about anything but her, right? Anything but her. Because all they was looking for is to get attention for themselves, to get support for them. It wasn't ever about their daughter, right? I'm going to tell you something. It hasn't ever been about their daughter. In the whole 5 years she was alive, it wasn't about her. It wasn't about them 3 boys. In the whole 13 years that them children were living, it wasn't about none of them. It hasn't ever been about none of them.
No,
these son of bitches are self-centered, self-seeking son of a bitches that I don't even know why, with everything we know about the abuse and the neglect and everything these children endured, I do not understand why these bastards have not been handcuffed on some charges of something by now. I don't understand it.
I don't either. TBI want solid proof. Why don't they get out there and search?
I don't know. But Don wants to bring that ass back out here to the YouTube world to get Tim Mullins all stirred up and, and playing freaking, protector or whatever he's doing, So be it. And that's what I think it is. I think Tim Mullins ain't giving no attention right now. He's, kicked back, relaxed, thinking that, Sebastian's cases took over the YouTube community right now. And he can actually get a breather. He can get a breather, right? He don't have to, he don't have to be there, like with his nose stuck in everything. And for whatever reason he's sticking his nose in it, I don't know. He don't have to play bodyguard, right? Bodyguard or big ears. I don't know if he's playing bodyguard or big ears to listen and hear and know everything for some reason, because he's got some dog in the race. I don't know what this Tim Mullins guy has in all of this. I just know that it's fucking creepy and it's weird. And I bet you 10 to 1, he thinks that he's got, Don and pretty much Candace off the internet now and so forth. And he can take a break because, who's going to let him out here? Who's going to let him out here when Sebastian's case is flying everywhere, right?
Right.
So Tim thinks I'm going to take a little vacation, a break or something. And Don's like, oh hell no, you're not. I think Don's kind of like, into Tim and stuff like, um, basically white boys into Don, right? And now Don's already fired up to come out here. I want to talk to this ogre guy, whatever. Well, hey, anytime you feel froggy leap, ogre will be up here. He'll be up here waiting on you. We'll make we'll make a special
We'll
appearance.
make sure that he's up here waiting on him.
Amen. And if they truly want to talk to him, that's going to be their opportunity. If they miss it, that's on them, right? Screw them. That's it. We're not going to set ogre up, for their fucking little bash party where they can make it turn out any way they want. That ain't going to happen. Come on even ground. Come up here on even ground, and have it. Have at it. Absolutely. I mean, Don and Jody Sue went at it, right? Nobody stopped them. Nobody kicked anybody. Don left on his own reconnaissance that night. Jody Sue stayed. Don left. I mean, just like White Boy. That night he came up here, that coward ran off with his tail between his legs. And Lisa Kay trying to get him back, and he's lying in every way he could. Even trying to say, oh, they got me blocked in the back. You can't block anyone in back chat.
You can't block somebody in the back chat.
No. And, if he's backstage, I got a choice to either kick him or bring him up. I wasn't kicking nobody. I was bringing everybody up that night. Anyone and everyone that wanted to come up, I even brought the one guy that was dancing up, right? I brought everybody up. I mean, I don't kick you. I brought old Can up tonight, right? I brought her up, she disappeared on her own. I don't have no problem. Huh?
She didn't say nothing?
No, just had, I think, our live playing in the background or something. That's about it. Had it up full speed too, right? Like you could hear that shit across the world. She had it up loud enough. It was sounding like the shot that went all the way around the world. Right? Yeah. Some weird shit. There was some weird shit. So, over
That's
here.
got everybody turned every which way but loose. And now, I think that now all these people are realizing that they sat there and they lied to them the whole time.
Right.
And they got done with their games. They're done with the games on Summer's case.
We are done. We are done with the games, and more people like Ogre, more of Don's neighbors. I've talked to a few of his neighbors, just this past couple weeks. Matter of fact, I think I told you I had to let you and Beth Ann go because I was talking to some different people from down there. I think I told you I was talking to some different people.
Yeah.
About the case, and people starting to talk now. People starting to ease up and give a little more information about some things they know and they seen and so forth and so on. And that's a good thing because and most of them that I talk with they want to be off record. They don't, they're like not going to, but they said they did talk to, they have talked to law enforcement. They have, turned a lot of things in. Some of them has talked to law enforcement from what I understand recently about some things that, that they just, they remembered, about around that time that was kind of suspicious. And so there's still stuff pouring in. There's still stuff pouring in on Summer's case. And, and Don and Candace don't, I'm going to tell you, they don't know, they don't realize that, was a lot more seen and heard, than what they thought. And a lot of people, at the beginning, were kind of intimidated, and a lot was going on. And, some of them just didn't think it would really make a difference. They didn't really think about, speaking up on certain things and until later. And like I said, a lot of this stuff is now hitting the scenes. Can it or will it help Summer? Will it solve her case? Possibility. Absolute possibility. Because I've been hearing some things, I've been hearing some things, and like, I'm also hearing like a certain person may have been involved in some stuff, and so I don't know. I don't know. That's not for me. That's for law enforcement, right? That's for law enforcement. But has it been turned in? Absolutely. Absolutely, it's been turned in. All the information, yes. So I don't know. When I'm asked not to bring something out, I don't. I don't, because I when you're in it doing stuff like this right here, people have to be able to trust you. They have to be able to trust you. And if you want future information and stuff, or you want to continue to talk with these people, you have to be, keep it confidential. And if I say I will, I do. If I say I will, I do. And there's stuff Don Wells has, said, and I haven't ever brought it out because I told him I wouldn't. When I say I won't do something, I won't do it. But there is a lot of stuff that's still, this case is far from being, shut down, for sure. It is still alive and moving with information. So will it be solved? I hope so. I absolutely positively, I pray to my God that it is. And I pray, the sooner the better. The sooner the better, right? That's my motto. The sooner the better. So, we'll wait and see. Because there's definitely information coming out right now. And it's just to sit back and watch. I don't know what law enforcement is going to do with it, but I'm watching. I'm keeping sight on it. So I don't know.
Yeah, we all are.
Right. So well, what I'm saying is I'm keeping sight. I know some of the information that's went into law enforcement lately, and that's what I'm keeping sight on.
Yeah.
I want to see if they're going to use it or they ain't going to, if it's going to make a difference or not, where Summer's case is concerned.
Well, hopefully it does make a difference.
I'm hoping. I'll tell you. I don't know. I'm just, I'm leaned back.
One of those people up there knows something.
There's, I believe there's a few people who know. With the information that that I've gathered, that I've actually been able to gather over the last couple of weeks or so, with these different people, I'm thinking, I hope they take it serious. I hope, because this ain't just coming from one person. This is coming from different people. It's coming from different, and it's pretty important. So, I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna, it's a wait and see. Would I be shocked? Would I be shocked if they get an indictment? No, absolutely not. Would I be shocked? No. Would I be shocked if there's more than one indictment and some of the indictment isn't for the whales? I mean, no, I'm not going to be shocked on that either. I'm not, I mean, what I'm saying is, what I'm saying is, will I be shocked if there's other indictments, if there's other indictments besides Grandis, Candace, and Donald? Not at all at this point. No, no. It's a very good possibility that there's going to be more. There's going to be more than just them, and that could be what's been taking so long.
Yeah, because I remember when Pruitt said that this case is out of the norm and it's bigger than what we think it is.
It's definitely out of the norm, girl. It's way out of the norm. Trust me. It ain't even close to the norm. Listen, I'm gonna have to shut down and get out of here because I have to work. I got to get up and work, and I and I didn't get much sleep last night. So, with all the buzz and stuff. So, right. So tonight, I hope I get more rest, right? Because I don't need round 2 of this one. I don't need no round 2. But it sure was. Put it this way, it sure the hell was funny. It sure was funny. I've been laughing. I've been laughing all. I've been laughing almost all night and all day today, and I'm sure I'm going to continue to laugh about this one for a while. But anyway, I got to get rest because I got to have my ass up in the morning. I have to get up at like 6 o'clock, right? I got to get up at 6. I cannot sleep no later than 6:30. Trust me.
Oh,
right?
and I will send you as soon as I get that paperwork, because I have to send it to me. I've had people tell me, "Oh, Lisa, this is just a set-up deal." Well, you know what? That's an address that the Wills have lived at in Arkansas, and this lady's coming at me telling me that she doesn't believe all that. Well, I don't care what she believes and what she doesn't believe. Okay.
Right.
I don't care.
I heard that.
But I can take a screenshot of the address and send it to you.
Hey, girl, I know.
The paperwork comes in because y'all are gonna see the address and the house is the same one that I sent PG.
Right. Exactly. I came down. I was there in Arkansas. I was in Arkansas. I came.
They put that fence down around that house.
And I'm
different.
There's a lot of people. There was a lot of more people than you think knows the Wells, knows Donald. And if you know Candace, a lot know Pam and Don Wells, but they don't talk as bad about Pam as they do Don and Candace. That's the one thing I took note. Don and Candace had a really bad rip in around there. Pam, Pam, not so much. I don't know why, but not so much. Maybe they think she's a victim to Don. I don't know, but it just seems, they don't talk so bad about her. I don't know what it is, but definitely, nobody cared for Don at all. I mean, you ask anyone about him and you get the same thing. Shiesty as hell, evil, underhanded, undermined. I mean, all these bad things. And Candace as well.
Yeah. Now, see, all that paperwork has to go in front of the judge, and the judge is going to have to sign off on that paperwork so he can release it to me.
Right. Right.
Hmm.
Well, you know, right, girl. And you're gonna, Donald has something to hide. Like I, told you behind the scenes, when we talked.
Yep.
You know, you know what I told you. And
Yep.
and I think it should be looked into. I think it should be looked into. I
Most
mean,
definitely.
I think, there's a reason for it, right? There's a reason.
Yep.
There's a reason. And what that reason is, we don't know, but we got a pretty good idea, and it should be looked into. I
Yep.
mean, just saying.
I have
Gotta
to
be,
agree.
gotta be something. Gotta be something there. That's something. I don't know what, but I bet something. You know, somebody somebody started digging. Somebody started digging. I think you probably, they find out real quick, right? They find out real quick. Something is shady about that.
Yeah.
I don't know, I don't know. But if it looks like a duck, it quacks like a duck, it probably is a duck. Right?
Yep.
It probably is. So, listen, I will talk to you behind the scenes. Tomorrow, I can't tonight because I got to get some rest, girl. I'm sitting here like,
Trying to doze off to sleep. PG don't fall asleep on
I'm like,
panel.
PG, yeah, PG is ready to. You guys gonna hear me snoring in a minute, right? You guys gonna hear me snoring. PG is tired. I'm tired as hell. And like I said, I set my alarm clock for 6, but I usually smack it around until about 6:30. I got to be in the kitchen by 7, right? By 7, I got to be in the kitchen and getting breakfast and everything. And I'll be feeling like hell sometimes. I'll be feeling like shit up in the kitchen. I'll be like, oh my god, you know. But I don't even feel like I don't even feel like be doing this cooking. Can't you guys just pop some waffles? What? Pop some waffles? Okay, okay, okay. I mean, I got kids, man. They want bacon, eggs, toast, potatoes. They want, they want breakfast. And all I feel like doing is, man, pop your bagel out and get you a bagel, throw some butter and jelly on. I don't care what you throw on it, just take it and go, right? But I can't do that. I gotta feed my kids, and so I gotta be up. I gotta get breakfast and shit. I got to, get them into their schoolings, and then I gotta get to my job, and it's just, my mornings are something different, right? And you got to make sure that everybody's brushed their hair, brushed their teeth, and wearing some decent looking clothes instead of leave it up to my
Hey,
daughter.
Molly, come up here on panel. You were wanting to come up on panel? Come up here on panel.
Leave it up to my daughter, and she'd be in pajamas all day, right? She'd be in pajamas all day. Who come up on panel?
Molly.
As if I go up on panel, I'm going to get the boot. Yeah, Molly, you probably will. No doubt in my mind. Nah, I love Molly. Molly cracks me up, man. She always saying some stuff, right? I talk to her behind the scenes too. She's funny as hell. She is hilarious. I love talking to Molly. Molly is funny. I love Beautiful Sunflower too. She she's funny. I tell you what, it's fun hanging out with people behind the scenes.
Yep.
He said, "No, I was just joking." Molly, come up and hang out on panel with us.
Yeah.
Girl, you come up. You come up, hang out with PG. Molly's a jokester. I don't think I get much done. I don't think I get much done with Molly up there. Other than I'm gonna tell you, when me and Molly hang out behind the scenes, it is just like it's like Comedy Central. It's like Comedy Central. I promise you. That's all that we get done up here. Is be one big comedy show. Um, he is hilarious, straight up hilarious. We'd be cracking up the whole time. Man, PG getting a cold again. I don't know what. I swear. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna tell you something. Um, I promise you. Like here lately, I got the worst luck with people coughing around me. I don't know what it is, but like everything be going great, right? Like I went out. Um, I went out to look for something particular, right? It wasn't a want, it was a need. And I don't like to tell people what I need out here because then you hear, and she's bagging. So I don't usually,
Hey, what? You ain't even asked nobody for money or anything, PG. There ain't even a cash app put out there.
according to them, every time, I tell anything that goes on in my background, I'm bagging. So I don't tell anybody. But anyway, it's this particular item. It's not a want, it was a need. So I'm out, I'm all happy and everything, and like I'm gonna get out there and I'm one of those people. I'm a penny pincher. I promise you, I am a penny pincher. It's sad, but I am. And I use coupons and everything, girl. I mean, if it ain't on sale, I don't buy it. And then when it is on sale,
The coupons are better though. I mean, you get half price off. I mean,
when something's like when like when the good barbecue sauce goes on sale for like maybe $1 or something, a little bit more than $1 a bottle, like 125 or something. Man, I'm gonna tell you what, that's when PG's there, right? I be getting all my barbecue sauce. I get a barbecue sauce for a whole month, right? I mean, it's like I am not going to run out of barbecue sauce. But that's me. That's me. So, if it ain't on sale, I don't get it because I can't afford it. But I try to get everything on sale. So I'm out there, and that's one particular thing I need. This item. I'm going to find it. Like I'll go 5 places. I don't care. I'll go 5 different places to catch something. Get it at the price I want because I usually have a price set in my head. And then I look on the internet, and then, if I think I could find it cheaper in a store, I go to the store. So this is the way I do things. Anyhow, I'm out getting this, all happy and everything to find this particular item I need. And I be damn, the perfect people cough on me. They coughed on me. I was like, what the heck? I am so tired of this. Like, a couple months ago, I think it was like maybe a month and a half, 2 months ago. I don't remember. It ain't been too long. I'm walking into a store. The guy comes out, coughs right in my face. I'm going to tell you something. Like, you ever see the trunk monkey? Because that's about what I was looking like. You know what I'm saying? I was ready to be on his back. Like, what are you doing? Wait till you get here right where I'm at to do this. Why couldn't you cough back there, dude? Or why couldn't you hold it till you pass me up? No, it's right in my face. What the hell? Like, it was so close to my face. I felt his breath go into my mouth. That was disgusting. And anyway, yeah, I ended up sick. And I know it was his fault. Then, like, I just barely be getting over that cough and stuff, right? I just barely be getting well. And I'd be damn, cough on me again. I'm like, yep.
Man, these people need to wear masks when they go out in public. Okay?
Like, let me tell you something. Where I'm at, I don't think anyone covers their mouth, right? I don't think anybody. And not to talk about my, that I'm not talking about, not to talk about my state or anything, but those people need to learn how to cover their mouth, right? They need to learn how to cough in their elbow or in their hand, or I don't really give a damn where they cough, but in something, please. But, like no respect, right? No respect. Like if I have to cough, I cough in my elbow. Or, I carry, like if I know I'm, having allergies, or I got a cough or something, I wear a mask, and I take, I carry tissues with me. Like you put tissues in your pocketbook, and when you have to cough or sneeze, you put it over your face to do it, and then trash it, right? Wash your hands, so you don't spread this shit. Oh my God, these people are like, I'm telling you, I'm a germophobic, and I freak out. Cough, sneeze.
Hand sanitizer. Hand sanitizer. Oh yes, gotta have that. You don't know what people's touched, and they got all these colds and
Girl, I do not use hand sanitizer because
or
it,
gloves. Wear gloves.
it, it has been proven. It's proven that hand sanitizer um, actually kills like the good germs, the good stuff you need.
Oh
Um,
wow.
yeah, it actually makes you more subject to sickness than keeps you away from it. Believe it or not. Nope, I don't use that. I use soap and water. Good old soap and water. Matter of fact, I carry bottled water with me. Like when I go to the store and I push the carts and stuff. When I get to my car, I pour bottled water on my hands, and then I get in my trunk. I keep paper towel. I grab a piece of it, dry my hands, put it in my little bag, my little trash bag that I trash you know, at the car wash or wherever. Um, but that's how I wash my hands with soap and water. I do not use no hand sanitizer. That hand sanitizer is nasty too. Like people at restaurants, they use the hand sanitizer, and then the top of your coffee or your drink a smell and taste like it. It's like, what the fuck? Who in the hell? I don't want my sandwich taste like your hand sanitizer. What the hell? And I don't even know if this shit's safe to eat, right? You give me back my money. I'm not eating this hamburger. It tastes like your freaking hand sanitizer. Oh no, smell it. Like I stick my hamburger up to my freaking face, and and I smell hand sanitizer. I ain't eating that shit. I'm not eating that.
Right.
And people, and you see them in a restaurant, they're like going crazy with it, right? And then your bag smells like it, your French fries smell like it. It's like, what the hell? I can't. What happened to good old soap and water? Why can't these
Right.
people wash their freaking? Why can't they just keep their hands clean? People did it for years, right? They did it for
Yeah.
years. I
It
mean,
even says right there on the doors, wash your hands, soap and water.
this world's gotten lazy. They got so lazy they can't even stick their hands, under. They can't even take time to wash their hands with some soap and water. Oh, squirt, smack it around. Really? That's gross. That is disgusting. And I don't even know if that stuff's safe to eat. I mean, you know, I don't want that hand sanitizer on my body, especially when it come off somebody else's hands, right?
Right.
That's nasty. That's nasty. You probably get dysentery or something. I don't know. That's disgusting. Yeah, I don't use no hand sanitizer. They keep that stuff away from me. Put it this way, they ain't gonna get rich off PG. That's for
Thank you
damn.
for telling me that, PG, because I got a big bottle of hand sanitizer yesterday, and now I know not to use it.
I don't use it, girl. I don't like it. That stuff is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. It's just, ugh. I don't know how anybody. I don't know how any. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. You know, I could see. I could see. Um, using some kind of lotion to keep your hands soft. I could see using baby oil to keep your hands and skin soft, of course. But I can't see squirting your hands with you. I mean, you're not even washing that shit off, right? You're not even washing it off, and you're handling people's food and everything. That's ugh. I don't think so. I'm not going to depend. I'm not going to depend on some weird shit you squirt on your hands, back it around, and and you're supposed to be okay. I don't think so. Because I always would, I was always taught you put something on your hands, you rinse it off, right? You wash it off. If you use baby oil to soften your hands, you wash it off and dry your hands good. You use lotion, you put it on your hands, but if you're gonna cook or something, you wash your hands, you wash it off. I don't know. I don't know what people think today. I mean, I want people's hands rinsed with real water, real freaking pipe water before they go touching my stuff. I don't want some funky smelling hands, making my hamburger. That's disgusting. But it's true. It's really true. I mean, I went to drink my coffee and I could smell hand sanitizer on the top of it, right when you go to put it up to your lips. It's like, what the hell is that? Yeah.
Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, here, bring me a different cup that doesn't smell like hand sanitizer. Touch the bottom of it, Don't put your fingers around the rim of the cup.
Trust me, I have took the whole bag. I have took a whole bag back in, sit it on the counter, and tell them, is this fucking scratch and sniff food? Because, you need to sniff it. I don't know what the hell's on it. I don't even care. I always heard if it smells like cologne, leave it alone. And that's what the hell he's smelling like. I want my money back. You want us to make you some more? Hell no. Why would I want you to make me some more? Why the hell would I want that? Could you tell me? I don't understand. Make that make sense. Do I want some more? I don't fucking want this. Give me back my money. I'll go somewhere where somebody don't smell like this. I don't even know what the hell I'm eating. That's weird. But yeah, I'm a little freak. I don't even care if people call me a freak. I'm like, you bet your ass I'm a freak. I embrace my shit. Shut the hell up. You eat that stuff. It smells like you, so you shouldn't have a problem with eating it. I don't want it. But yeah. And then sometimes I take something back, like to be returned. And then these people they'd be like, why are you returning this? Oh, just for the hell of it. Just for the hell of it. That's fine. Because I got the damn receipt and I can. Right? Something's got to be wrong with it or I wouldn't have it back here, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like
Ogre was flying a sign the other day, and we were talking about how people hand food out the window from restaurants that have been in their vehicles for several days. Would y'all want to eat that? Would you want to eat something that's been in somebody's vehicle for several days? No.
On. Oh yeah. It's like, oh, you're homeless? Here, you can have this half a bag of potato chips I've had in the back seat for a week, right?
No, you keep that in your vehicle. Don't hand it out to somebody else, especially that ain't going to eat it anyway. That's going to take it and throw it in the garbage.
Right, and then they don't want to give you no money to buy you some food. They go get you some food and bring it to you.
You don't know where their hands have been.
Well, that ain't it. It's like, they're going to really trust you. You're going to really trust them to eat it. I mean, you're at the mercy. I don't know what they done to that sandwich. I mean, as far as I know, they could have went in the bathroom and stuck a real hot dog in the bun before they put the other one back on it and brought it to you. You don't know what they do, really. You're going to eat something somebody, my thing is, if I want to help somebody, just help them. I mean, I don't have to go buy them some food to make sure you get food. I don't want you buying something else with this. I'm going to take the money that I would have went in that restaurant I'm going to give them that money. And if they want to go in that restaurant and get food, go for it. And if they don't, fine. I don't care what they spend it on. If God puts it on me to help someone, then I'm going, because people want to buy their own food, right? They want to buy their own food. They don't want you. And what if they have allergies or something? What if they can't eat the food you got? You're forcing them. You're forcing them to be at your mercy. You go in the restaurant and basically you order for them what you like and take it to them. Well, that might not be what they like. If you're so worried, don't even help them. If you're so worried about what they're going to spend the money on, don't help them at all. That's my motto. That's what I think.
Right. Yeah, because I mean, nobody would want to eat that. Just
Yeah. I mean,
you don't know what they put in it either, because they could have put something poisonous in there.
right. You don't know. You're at their mercy. I mean, it could be somebody, wanting to take out a whole lot of people they don't think should be in the world. I don't know.
Donuts the other day.
Right. I don't know what they're doing. So, what I'm saying is, I ain't going to eat nothing some stranger gives me, and I ain't going to expect a stranger to eat something that I hand them either. That's weird.
Right.
I do sometimes, I do sometimes give like the person, if I just went to the store or something and, I have like bottled water in the car, soda or something in the car, canned. I do, say, hey man, do you want to, do you need a couple cold drinks here? So I do handle, something to drink. But as far as food, no. Like I clean my pantries and stuff out. Probably every 3 to 4 weeks, I clean out my pantry, and I take all of it to, to like a church or a shelters or stuff like that, and give it to them. I do that with clothes too. And when I take the winter stuff out, put it, the summer away, and take out the, summer stuff and put in the winter. If there's like stuff, I know it's too small for the kids now, or they really just didn't ever wear it, didn't like it, didn't wear it, then if it's hung in their closet and wasn't, they wasn't paying attention to it, I just take it and I go donate it. I donate all of that to, places that can use it. And they know who you are, they know who you are, and they got your license number and all that shit, and, to come back on you if you do anything weird. So I go, put it in places like that. But I don't try to feed, I do not try to feed anyone out there that's, needing a hand up. I just, if I got it, I give it. If I don't, I don't, and it is what it is. But I have seen people go get that bag of food, and here they come out, giving it to all these homeless people. And I'm thinking, why didn't you just give them the money? Why didn't you just let them go get their own food? Because that's what people want to do. They want to buy their own stuff. And, why didn't you take them all in the restaurant with you, right? Say, hey, Does everybody want a hamburger? Come on. And take them all in the damn restaurant and let them see you, let them order and you pay for it. At least they see their food, they know it's good stuff, and they can sit down and actually eat it, get what they want, sit down and have some food. I think that's the best thing to do. But there was this old couple. They were older couple that um, I'm sure they were homeless. It was so sad. It was so sad. And my daughter, I gave her some money to go up and give to the lady, and she went up and gave it to her, and gave her like I said, we had stopped. We went to the grocery store, and then we stopped to get something to eat, and that's where I seen them. And so I told my daughter to take some water and sodas over and give to the lady, for her and the gentleman, and then I gave her some money to give the lady as well. So my daughter goes over and she, to give the woman the money and the stuff that I gave her, and I see this person come around, and come down through there and give the lady a bag of food, right? Give the lady a bag of food. And I'm like, she probably isn't even going to eat that, right? She's not going to eat that because you had it in your car. She don't know what you've done. This woman can't just trust you like that. And she didn't eat it. She set it down beside her. And, she acted grateful and everything for what he did. But she set it down beside her. And I took note that her husband went inside. He went inside to get him something to eat and was using the money. So you're right. She was going to trash that. She was, that went to waste. Where if they'd have just gave her that money, that would have been a meal for another day, right? Another day. And that was sad. That was really, and I don't think they were, what I'm trying to say is, I don't think that couple was, they were like old. I don't think they were into the party life, right? I don't think they were in a part. They looked like, what they looked like was, it looked like that maybe they couldn't afford the place they were living and got put out. You know what I'm saying? Elderly living or something.
Yeah.
And gotten put out, and they had no place to go for a minute because they had to be like they were senior citizens, right? And that was super sad to see because people that age shouldn't be on the street. And
No, they shouldn't at all.
no,
I mean,
they
it's
should.
hard enough out in the streets anyway.
But as far as having an addiction problem or anything like that, I think they were way too old to have that kind of problem.
Not everybody that is homeless has an addiction problem.
Well, a lot of senior citizens cannot afford the rent anymore. I mean, the
Right.
rent, they don't get enough. They don't get enough to pay everything and still eat or have medicines. And a lot of them are becoming homeless now. A lot of them are becoming homeless, and
Yeah.
that's sad. It's they're having to move in with their children, but a lot of them don't have kids that'll take them in, or they don't have any kids at all, or they might not want to burden their kids, and they end up on the street, right?
Yeah.
And I think that was more of this couple's problem. And if you can't hand them money, that's disgusting. That I wouldn't even want to think about it, but it is what it is, girl. It is what it is. I mean, I'm going to tell you, I don't know. I mean, if I didn't have I got like a big heart. I know I do. and you know, and I'm really not afraid of anything. If like if I didn't have my kids, you know, if I didn't have feel like I have to protect, you know, my kids and everything, I'd probably be pulling people like that home with me. I'd probably be like, come on, you know, you guys, why are you doing out here? Um, yeah, that probably wouldn't be good either. Because then I think they're a nice little old couple, and I get them home and they'd be all crazy or something. They'd be all crazy. I'd be like, oh my God. Now I know you was why you're out there on the street. No, no. I'm just saying, you know. I
No, I asked Ogre the other day if he remembered that guy's name. Maybe Donnie does. The
should.
guy's name that lived up on the top of the roof is not Bear. I don't remember the guy's name, but he wasn't up there very long. But Bear was the one that got arrested from the church, Justin. Okay? Justin always gets that backwards. And then I have to correct him in chat. The
gets
Bear got arrested at the church, you know, but that guy lived up, and maybe Donnie remembers that guy's name, I don't know. But he wasn't up there on the roof very long. Because
yeah,
whenever all that stuff with Bear come down, that dude disappeared.
because he got arrested. Right?
Yep.
That's why he wasn't there very long. He was a weirdo too. He was sleeping on a
He
roof.
really was a weirdo, but I mean, I don't know if Donnie remembers that guy's name or not, but he wasn't up there very long.
Oh, I bet Don remembers all their. He's probably got all their names written in a book.
Yeah, I just started to say he's probably got a list of them.
Oh hell yeah! Oh hell yeah! Definitely. Trust me. He had him up there for a reason, so he knew who he was. Right,
Yep.
girl. I got to get off.
Up there watching.
And PG has got to go to bed. I got to get some sleep, you guys. But I appreciate everybody hanging out with me. I appreciate you coming up, Lisa. Absolutely. But I've got to go to bed.
All right.
I will not. I will
Right.
not be able to function. All right, girl. God bless. Much love.
All right. Much love to y'all.
I appreciate you hanging out tonight, not falling asleep on me.
Yeah, I woke up and I was like, oh no, PG's on and I gotta watch it.
Girl, you woke up. I've been up since 6 o'clock this morning. You
Well, I
woke
took me a long nap. I did me some sinus rinse and
right now.
I
I'm
took a
jelly.
nap.
I'm jelly of you. I'm jelly. You got to take a nap and I didn't. That's not fair. That's not fair. Lisa got to take a nap and PG didn't.
Well, at least I didn't fall asleep on panel tonight.
I know. I know. I know. I'm about to fall asleep. I'm the one going to be asleep here in a minute. I'm going to head out of here, you guys. I appreciate you coming up, Lisa, really, for real.
Uh-huh.
God bless and much love, girl.
Much love to y'all. I'm gonna hop off. Kick me off the panel.
Kick you off? All right.
Yeah, kick me off the panel.
She wanted to get the steel-toe boot, baby, and I give it to her. All right. There you go, Lisa. All right. All right, you guys. Listen, I'm going to get out of here, but not before I ask you, please, please, please pray for Summer. Pray for this baby to be found in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. Pray for Sebastian. Pray for little Eli. And pray for Michael Vaughn. These kids need to be found. It's not a want, it's a need. And let us pray to God that they all get found soon, soon in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. Pray for one another. Keep the prayers going up for one another. Pray for SL. Pray for Molly. Pray for the legendary. Pray for one another, you guys. God wants us to pray for one another. Family that prays together stays together. We have to remember that. And we are a family. We are a YouTube family out here for all these missing children. And I tell you, there's got to be gifts in heaven for all that we do out here and what we do for these missing children, because God knows our hearts. He knows how much we love and we care. If we didn't, we wouldn't be here. And we are here. So I'm going to tell you, there is a gift in heaven for what all of us are doing. So keep those prayers going up. God wants us to pray for one another, not for just ourselves and our families and our friends, but He wants us to pray for everyone. For everyone. We're supposed to love everyone, one another. We're supposed to be there giving each other a hand up. That's what this world's about. It's about having one another to rely on, to support one another. People, humans need humans. As much as we don't think we need one another, we do. We really do. And we need to pray for one another. If we can't get along down here, we ain't gotten a prayer of getting in heaven where we got to get along. We have to get along up there. And the way we get up there is to show God that we can get along down here with one another. That we truly care and love one another on this earth. Right? We don't judge one another. We just care. And so keep the prayers going up. Pray for one another. Pray for each and everyone in here as a family. As a family. Remember, there's only one church. And that's the church of God, right? Of God Almighty. There's one church. There's not a whole bunch of churches, a whole bunch of denominations. There's one. And the only way to become part of that church is through God's Son, Jesus Christ. It's the only way. So remember, we're all brothers and sisters. We're all brothers and sisters, you guys. We are family. So let's do God's will and what Jesus told us to do. Love one another as He loved us. As He loved us. We know what Jesus did for us. We need to learn how to love one another like that. So keep those prayers going up for one another as well. You know, there's people in here right now hoping someone's praying for them. They hope their mom and daddy's not around to pray for them anymore. And they hoping somebody, God, let somebody say a prayer for me. Let's be the ones saying those prayers. Let's be the ones saying those prayers. In the name of Jesus. Amen. I don't know what anybody needs, but you know what? I know God does. I know He does. So, when I pray, I say, Lord, I don't know what everybody needs, but I know You do. And I pray for them. I pray that You answer all of our prayers in the name of Your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen. And that's how simple it is and how easy it is. Because, at the end of the night, I love each and every last one of y'all. Matter of fact, PG loves everybody in the world. I really do. I wish there wasn't evil people. And I was thinking today, boy, if I seen somebody I didn't like in hell, how would I react? And I thought to myself, I'd be sad. I wouldn't get no pleasure out of seeing anybody down there. I wouldn't want them to be there. I really wouldn't. And that allowed me to know that I'm still a good person. Because I don't want to see anybody in a bad place. I want to see everybody in heaven. And that's why I hope that somebody tells whoever knows what happened to Summer. I pray that they tell what happened to her. I hope they come forth, tell the truth. I hope they save their soul. Because I wouldn't want to even see them in a bad place, right? I don't want to see nobody there. So I pray that they do. That they just fess up. It's better to pay for things here on this earth than to pay for eternity. It's better to pay here than for eternity. So I hope somebody speaks up for that baby and lets everybody know what happened. And I hope that's the same for Sebastian and for Michael Vaughn and for little Eli Vu, right? So I'm going to get out of here, y'all. I'm going to say God bless, much love, good night.